Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tabletop Notch. Tonight's episode is episode chapter 67.
Wow. Yeah.
We had a very exciting episode last week.
Yeah, it was fine, I guess.
You know, met someone we'd been hearing about for a little while.
Just a little while.
Finally got to see his face, hear his voice. Got some interesting tidbits that Safira may or may not remember. She had forgotten them at the end of the show.
I remember. I remember everything.
Safira remembers everything. Zoe forgot immediately.
I got no idea.
So that's where we will be picking up. Does anyone have any thoughts, things they want to say?
Do you want to announce that?
Oh, yeah. Jay made a new... Comrades Hotel made our final art of Safira.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it's posted, right?
It is on our stories on Instagram. If you want to go check it out.
Thanks,
it's
Jay.
wonderful.
Everybody
We're
has a
obsessed.
wonderful little story to tell.
Now we
starting
can
with
to work on the storybook.
Graven. Back at the beginning, Graven, which is in the guest book at the
guest
beginning.
book,
Yeah,
yeah.
the Graven
Oh
picture.
my gosh, so long
We'll work the
ago.
other artworks in there too.
Is he going to
but
get started
that one's
on every NPC we've ever encountered?
I mean, if he's got one for all of them, we'll just fill the book with those. So, the official canon art of every character.
Thanks, Betty.
Anything else? Any other thoughts? Things people want to say?
Well, it's also a very big weekend, and tomorrow's also for holidays, I have to say.
Okay.
Today.
But today's are a little conflicting depending on who you are. It is National Grain-Free Day.
Okay.
Sorry, if you have celiac, I understand. If not, I don't know what you're doing. But also National Sticky Bun Day.
Those are very
Oh,
so that's conflicting.
Find a gluten-free one. But it is Sticky Bun Day as well, which sounds delicious. Dunk that in your tea and coffee. Call it a Sunday.
Damn.
I actually do know a very good New York gluten-free bakery. It doesn't taste like gluten-free. It's called Posh Pop-Up Bakery. It's in
They
town.
now owe us $200.
Very good. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't
They're
know.
called Posh Pie Bakery, best bagels in town.
No, it is good. You don't know. But yes, so it's a day for everybody. So find your sticky bun, grain-free or not, and enjoy. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Oh, Jesus.
I can't wait till we have to, hit an advertisement.
Well, that is a
Tagline,
big
it's gonna be
dream
a
to write
National
jingles.
Subway Day, so
To
get
write-
a foot long.
We're joking about it and we can't do it.
Just leave it to me, folks, alright?
Trying to get a foot
It's not a $5 foot dong anymore. Alright.
So sorry.
My dream is to make up jingles, so if anybody wants an ad.
Before we get sued for using the subway music,
Subway foot.
we will flip it over to the intro and we'll see you on the other side.
So stupid.
Laugh it up.
Oh.
In chapter 66, he said she-wolf. A knock interrupted our anxious fidgeting, and Erland cautiously approached the door to find Donald waiting in the hall. He told us that our friend had finally arrived, but that he looked like he may have been injured, so we hurried downstairs to a mentally shook, but mostly physically intact Leto. After shuffling off to a spot where we could speak privately, Leto recounted his efforts to locate the microll den, which he had done after hours of searching. He scouted from a distance for some time and only approached after he was convinced that the coast was clear. But it was only moments after entering the abandoned house that he was ambushed by the mutant creature. Leto believed in this moment he was going to die, but the creature was briefly distracted by something on his belt, and it was enough of an opening to grab and blow the whistle that we'd gifted to him earlier that day. The mutant recoiled and Leto fled, but not before spotting the beast sprinting north, away from the house. That caught us up to now, where Leto was imploring us to assist in returning to the scene, and it seemed this was a golden opportunity to investigate while the creature had abandoned its post. We acknowledged the reality that we'd be foregoing a night's rest to look into the matter, but it seemed important enough to do so, and we believed that Leto's connections into Vikapura could prove to be extremely helpful, given the wealth of people and places we were hoping to look into. As the crew from room 14 headed out on horseback, Graven and Safira prepared for their foray into Gentle Void territory, stripping down to just the essentials and psyching themselves up for the fight. They linked up with their contact, Roa, who escorted them to the Garrison, though the price of bringing Graven along turned out to be quite expensive, as we were forced to bribe the guards not only with the Gentle Void favor, but a cut of our potential winnings as well. We headed down into the arena where the boxing matches had already begun, allowing us to get a sneak peek at their brutal nature and the kinds of combatants that were involved. After watching the Dream Eater outlast the Son of Serpents, they called Safira to the ring under her new pseudonym, She-Wolf, followed shortly by a mighty chorus of chants and stomps as the Chimera walked in from the prison ward. Hours to the south, Leto was able to retrace his steps, and we arrived at the abandoned house that reeked of death, but was otherwise unoccupied. Erland and Beezaura led the way from room to room, and we examined each battered corpse for signs of Roy. Besides the remains of the dead, there wasn't much to find. In fact, it almost seemed as if it had already been picked over before we got there. In the last room, we pulled down a man who looked like he had attempted an escape, and a mortified Leto identified him as his husband. He'd already come to terms with the possibility of Roy's death, but it was still difficult to stomach, and he vowed to transport the body to be buried with dignity elsewhere. Beezaura moved to assist Leto, but something worrying caught her eye on the horizon. A bobbing light source, followed by the distant sound of hooves. Without an idea of who might be approaching, we made a snap decision to hide amongst the corpses, hoping that they would come and go without noticing our presence. Back at the garrison, a Goliath stepped forth that Graven recognized immediately as the elusive Bourrage Ilkravo.
Oh my god.
And as he bowed to the audience, the two of them exchanged a knowing glance before the match began. Early on, the Chimera frequently opted for close strikes and clinches that allowed him to say a few words to Safira without drawing suspicion. He confirmed that Safira was traveling with Graven and gave us a lead to follow in Navikapura, but in the interest of keeping up appearances, after that, the fight was on for real. Safira followed up her impressive reads from earlier in that night with a comeback performance that shook the arena into a state of disbelief, mixing up her punches before landing a pair of heavy blows that knocked Bourrage to the floor.
Yeah, unreal.
As Graven looked nervously around for Roa, who had disappeared after sensing something amiss, the audience erupted and we wondered. Would the money made from an upset victory quell Roa's concerns that we'd come along with ulterior motives? What business did these new arrivals have at the Micrawl Den? And who would have thought that after acquiring a bow that could turn her into a bear, Safira's greatest weapon would be her fists? We find out now on chapter 67 of A Peek Beneath the Veil.
Because I can never hit anything with a bow.
You can't.
Maybe she just needs glasses.
Yeah.
You can hit it if it's up close, no problem.
Fucking
That means her eyes checked.
nearsighted Safira Ranger.
The noise inside the arena is
Yeah.
deafening.
Pay it up.
Very much.
An explosion of cheers, banging cups, stomping feet, shaking railings, and a new addition. A chorus of howls ringing out with such zeal that if the fights weren't taking place underground, you'd have the population of the garrison believing that an infestation of wolves had made a home inside the walls.
Yes.
Yes. That's awesome.
With shaking legs, the Chimera eases himself back up to his feet with the help of one of the guards that opened the tunnel to the prison block, and the referee congratulates Safira with a hearty handshake before pulling her hand up high to another round of thunderous applause. The atmosphere's electric, but they don't waste too much time moving things along. Already the tunnel door is being pushed open, and below the railing of the fighting pit, two men are already lowering down the ladder to allow Safira to climb out. There's still no signs of Roa, who disappeared in the crowd during the fight, and you're left to wonder what that might mean for getting escorted back to the civilian side of the garrison. So there's a little hubbub going around, ales clinking, people laughing, shaking, sort of cheers, howls going on. You've been separated from Bourrage. The ref kind of came over, gave Bourrage a little bit of space to allow him to kind of get back up. So you're there in the middle with the ref, and Bourrage is there, and already the one guard is
Can I kind of I'm
opening
still
the
in the
door.
ring,
You are
right?
still in the ring, yes.
I'm gonna kind of, Jeff, get in here, Jeff.
So Graven is standing kind of at the railing, like he said, he's kind of made his way to just down to your right in the ring is where the tunnel is that you would sort of go out.
So, my idea, at the hubbub, midst of hubbub, to literally jump down in and make a beeline for Safira first.
You're saying like you're checking with me. Are you doing that?
Yes.
Here's what I'd like to do. Tell me if
Right?
Okay. So you grab the railing and you can sit down and then like pull yourself under the railing to allow yourself to drop down in.
At whatever the casualist, quickest pace I can make a beeline for Safira and kind of join, if I make it there in time, with the referee, like lifting up her other arm.
Okay, immediately as you drop down in and you start to walk,
Yeah.
the guard comes right over.
Okay.
No one else allowed in! No one else allowed in!
Sorry, that's my coach.
That's my fighter.
Come on! And he sort of shuffles you along.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
What are you doing right now?
Again, I'm trying to grab her hand, lift it in the air.
He sort of escorts you to her, and you grab her hand and
Then
you're
I
lifting
kind of,
it.
as soon as
And
I
there's
see
another round of cheers again. That builds
And
up.
how close is Bourrage now?
10 feet away from you.
God.
I want to try to put out a hand and start walking towards him.
Can I kind of walk? Can I also make like I'm walking towards Bourrage to give him another handshake?
Sure, you can do so. The guard steps in front of you. Do you push past him?
As
He sort of
least confrontational as I can to just like I'm with purpose.
Okay, give me a deception check like you're doing it not sort of intentionally.
Okay. Deception?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. 18.
18.
Oh, shit.
So Graven sort of in a good-natured manner, sort of going over, sort of doesn't give away like a look of recognition or anything.
Maybe
just
even
sort of,
laughing like
yeah, sort of as if he's just excited to fight, going over to offer his congratulations. And the guard, instead of sort of like pushing back against you, he puts a hand kind of on your chest and allows you to walk. So he walks kind of with you.
Okay.
So you're still separated by him in the middle, but he does allow you to kind of walk. And
Okay.
Boraj is kind of
And in giant,
Oh shit.
friend.
and he turns away from you and he stands at the front of the tunnel with his back to the two of you and he waits for the door to kind of be opened. And the guard's sort of waiting.
He doesn't. No, he doesn't.
He doesn't acknowledge you
me
at all.
Aww.
Look, we're not supposed to have anyone else down here. I'm gonna have to ask you to head back up the ladder.
In giant still, he has Ayana. Can you help me? Can you be helped?
Open the damn door! Man, I need you to step back. And he starts to push on you a little bit, the guard. He pushes you back a little bit, and then he goes over to the door, pushes it open the way, and you watch as
I'm gonna.
he steps down through the tunnel. Yeah, go ahead.
As soon as Graven kind of comes back, I'm gonna. Oh, you get a good grip on him. No? Okay. Well, maybe we should do that.
And the guy slides the door shut. Please, congratulations, but we need
Yes.
to get you back out.
Yeah, let's get some ale. Yeah. Trying to like.
And again, he's got like a hand on your shoulder, like he's really trying to push you guys in that direction.
I won't resist.
Okay, great. They've sort of put the ladder down. You guys can climb back up in sort of underneath the railing and into that kind of scaffolding area that's surrounding the area. And as you get up, hearty congratulations all around. People are patting Safira as she's coming up. Another kind of chorus of howls. People are giving Graven a pat. They seem to have acknowledged him as trainer in some capacity. Sort of, congratulations, well done.
Cheers,
Good
yeah.
fight, good fight. A lot of sort of fist pumps, people pushing on the shoulder, a lot of excitement and swirling around. So you guys have a moment here. Roa's nowhere to be found that you can see. It's
I'm
the
kind
two
of
of you in
looking
here.
around.
I'm gonna lean to you like our escort took off. He noticed your.
I have a feeling we're not going to be seeing any of that money, but. And I'm going to kind of under my breath. He told me some things I can tell you, but later.
Okay.
I'm going to try to make sure that that's like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can lean, the two of you, it's easy to kind of lean in and say something. It's loud in here.
He took off when he saw that the two of you were grappling the way you were. He figured something was up. I don't know where he is now.
Well, can I try shouting for him?
There's too much going on in here.
You can shout, it's loud in
Yeah.
here. I mean,
I'm going to try to. Oi! Roa!
sort of
Anyone
shouting,
know
you're
where
kind
the
of
fuck
shouting.
Roa's at?
And a couple people kind of look around. I'll see if I can find him. A couple people moving around. I mean, he seems to be known
Yeah.
among the guys here. You see a couple people
Use your
searching.
status. Yeah.
There we go. Fine, champion!
I guess as long as they'll let us stay in here, yeah, let's get an ale or something.
Oh, yeah, I'm crying for a nail. I'm going to kind of look around.
Yeah, you look on the perimeter there. There does seem to be a large keg that someone was sort of tapping and handing out and stuff. You guys kind of walk in over that direction. And the guy opens his arms a little bit. Say no more. Goes over.
Nice.
Him as well.
Yeah, him as well. He's coach.
He's coach.
Congratulations. You'll probably have to drink up quick, I have to say. After the last fight, they close it down pretty quick. But enjoy.
I'm gonna just taking my cue. I'm gonna chug the whole
Sure, you
thing.
do.
in
Down the
one thing,
whole thing.
and then present it again.
Oh, shit. Time for one more.
Yeah, cheers.
Pours it again. And he pours a second one this time. He gives hands one to you. You don't mind if I?
No, cheers.
Yes.
I'm
And the
gonna
two
chug
of
it
you
with
down the
him.
ales. You do so.
So I'm keeping track, and I'm two
Sure,
beers
two
in.
beers.
Two
Yeah,
beers
It's only
in.
4 a.m. No big
Yeah,
deal.
it's fine.
Yeah.
No big deal.
So
beers.
it's still loud, a lot of chatter, but dying down a little bit. You can already tell, sort of a little bit.
Fine. What? My tolerance is 5 or 6 beers. So
Sure,
I'm fine.
sure.
3 plus your constitution modifier.
Yes. Yeah, it's fine.
It's 5.
Right. Well done, by the way. Sorry, I
Thanks.
was distracted.
It's alright.
You.
I figured
That's-
since...
That was Bourage. You got that, I imagine.
I'm gonna...
I don't know what you guys said down there.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes. Let's just... Shall we, get out of here? I don't know if we're gonna get... I think...
Can we... I don't know.
Oh, we can try to find him, but
Back
frankly...
the way we came, I suppose.
And as you guys are talking, you hear a little shh, shh, and there's a little hushing kind of moving around. Sort of gets to a dull. People still kind of talking to each other, but it gets dulled down a little bit. And once again, Jurin, who is a sort of MC coordinator, steps out again. A fantastic night of fights, everyone. Thank you so much. Good sportsmanship, upsets all around. A terrific night. I hope you enjoyed your evening. A reminder that Sherv wants this place turned around by 5, so we do need to start clearing out. Thank you, everyone, once again. Have your last ale, and then find your way out. Thank you. And he sort of steps, and he moves to the ladder to kind of get up out of the ring a little bit.
I suppose we'd like that money if we can get it.
Well, obviously, but I'd be...
And that guy that you spoke to, as he was like, let me see if I can find him, he finds his way back. He's panting a little bit. It looks like he kind of did a jog around to try and find him. I couldn't find Roa. You don't know where he is.
No, I imagine he fucked off with our money, but cheers for, the effort.
Hope that's not the case. You are going to have to find your way out if you don't have a General Void escort. So
No, that's alright. I appreciate it, though.
See if you can find him. Roa's had people in here to fight before. He's never stiffed them, so,
Okay, yeah, we'll keep looking.
All right. Good fight. Have a good night.
Cheers, thanks, mate.
I mean, it's clearing out?
Slowly,
People are
yes.
leaving?
It looks like there are multiple exits. Some of the exits look like they're going, like if just based on your location, are going like up into the garrison itself, a lot of Gentle Void, but some of them moving out that exit that you came through that leads to the outside. You would imagine that Gentle Void are probably the only people allowed through the sort of building exits, but yes, there's the stairwell that goes back out.
I said that I didn't think you were stupid or anything. I
No,
couldn't
no,
have
I
described him to you if I wanted to before just now.
Yeah.
I didn't even.
Well,
I just knew.
look, I think we should wait to have this chat until we're out of here.
Right.
I'm just kind of looking around like, So he caught on to something, Roa did.
Yes, I mean,
Then I think we should
Bourage
definitely...
noticed me at first.
Alright, then let's get the hell out of here. No, I'm serious, we gotta go. If he knew something, then we gotta go.
Knew what?
I don't
It's
know.
not like we had any plans for him. I wanted to talk to him.
And we did, so we've gotta go.
Fine.
And just as you guys are kind of turning to leave, the guy who poured your ales kind of reaches down. He comes back with 3 small cups and a bottle of looking like whiskey or something. He comes over, he puts them on the table. One more before the road.
Oh my god.
I haven't even touched my ale yet, but I'll say, yeah, fine.
He sort of pops it. Sort of heavy pours there all around. You're gonna have to go after this one, but cheers.
Cheers. Thanks, mate.
Takes the cups back.
Alright, clearing out?
Alright, fine.
Yeah.
Do my beer in a
Okay.
full, in one.
Oh wow.
He's very distracted. It goes
Yeah.
all down his chin and
Pours it on his head and leaves.
you guys start to move towards that same exit that you
The way we
guys
came,
came
yeah.
down. Great. So you guys start to move towards, and she already has that gate open. The guard that was there, a couple people had already gone through. She kind of gives you, good fight.
Thanks.
You guys start to move up that little stairwell, and you work your way up toward the surface. So you guys move up that kind of spiral rampway, a couple steps up. It's sort of an uneven path that moves around and then back up to that kind of surface there. And you guys step out, and you take a step out, and immediately you can see a couple little places here and there. People had kind of dispersed. Some of the Gentle Void are headed back towards the civilian section. Some of them have gone in a different exit of the garrison. People sort of milling about, generally dispersed throughout this area. And standing at the door also is Castor, who you spoke to on your way in. suppose I owe you a congratulations.
You don't really owe me anything, but I thank you. Yeah, sure.
All right. Off with you then.
I actually do have a quick question. Would you mind, have you seen Roa at all? Sorry, we lost him.
He already gave me my 18.
Oh, so he's trying to stiff us then?
I've not known him to do such a thing.
Would you be able to point me in the direction that he was headed then?
He moved that way, and he points generally back towards the gate of the civilian half, like where you guys came through. Down
I'm sure
there.
we'll find him.
Okay, alright, thanks.
So it turns back. You guys start to move. So there's a little time here as you guys are walking toward the gate.
I don't think we ever told him where we were staying, did we?
I don't think so.
I'd rather he didn't know.
Yeah, I'd rather he didn't too.
Are you willing to forsake any gold we would have won to stay away from him?
Yes, I am.
All right.
I'd be willing to forsake any gold we won too for maybe some information from him, but now that we can't find him, I'm not sure that's going to be possible.
He wouldn't even speak to me.
I think I might know why that is. He did tell me when we were sort of joined together that if you knew why he was there, you would try to get him out, and that wasn't worth it, and that it was important that you head north. And I'm trying to make sure I'm aware of my...
Yeah, you've got a little space between.
Everyone seems to know more than me about everything.
He knows about the beast. And he said that your family, the Ilvigos, gave up everything to keep it locked up.
They locked it up. They and the Shade Assembly together.
I don't know. Look, I can tell you more, but I do want to find this guy because... I don't know. If we see him, I want to at least figure out what he thinks he might know.
Ro.
You know? Yeah.
I suppose it was suspicious that I locked eyes with him before the fight and then that you kept grappling with him, but the truth would be I
And apparently
hardly
it's
know
odd
him.
that he's left. I mean, we've heard from 2 people now that that's unusual behaviour. He doesn't usually, I guess, stiff the people he brings in. So he must think he knows something. Where is he running off to?
Maybe he's just making sure that there's extra surveillance on him tonight, that maybe he thinks that there's going to be a jailbreak.
I think Bouraj was worried that there might be a jailbreak too. He's clearly a friend. I'm sorry.
It's alright. I don't know what I would have done if it was me in the ring.
I mean, I imagine you'd have gotten the same information I got. He would have said, don't try to rescue me, get to Finlock Forest.
And at this point in the conversation, you guys have been walking with the garrison itself kind of on your right along the wall there toward the wall. And just as you guys kind of get, like if this is the corner of the garrison you guys are walking along, just as you kind of get a little bit past and are now in this kind of open area between the garrison and the gate that you're headed toward, you hear a sound, a little and you turn.
Sounds like money.
And you see Roa with a bulging sack, throwing it up in the air and catching it. And as he sort of catches it, you look at the sort of the indentations, and it looks like it contains not just gold pieces, like pieces of jewelry maybe people put up as like collateral for their bets. Like, it's hefty. It's not just coin.
I'll take a piece of jewelry.
And he sort of has it, and he puts it in his hand. That really was a spectacular fight. Feels wrong not to give you your share.
But I imagine you're not going to.
I hate being on the outside.
Can you elucidate me as to what you mean?
He turns his attention to Graven. So what is it? You know that man, Chimera? You're looking to coordinate something on the inside?
I knew him. I thought he was dead.
First volley of punches, and the previously undefeated man is clinching like he's on his last legs. The idiots in there might not see anything wrong with that, but I do. You were awfully keen to step up to the fight when I offered it to you, and I've never seen Erosin get beat so bad.
Oh, no, you're right. No, so I'm cheating. With what? Magic? How did I cheat? Exactly. So he knew who this person was and gave me the inside information.
Let me be entirely clear. You don't see a fucking copper until someone tells me what happened in there.
All right. Graven, shall we go?
Filth. I'll leave. Turn around.
And he talks to you guys as you walk off. Your cut is my payment
Fuck you!
for not
Shut
bringing
it!
this immediately to Sheriff.
I'm leaving.
Sure,
Just
you guys are
go.
walking. There's a ways to walk before you get to the gate. Maybe I tell him that these fights are letting the Chimera get too much access to his friends from out of town. Just like that, loses all his privileges that he's won in the ring. A comfortable bed, a bigger cell. You guys continue.
Graven. I don't know that Boraj would have wanted you to intervene. He wants you to get north. We need to get north, okay? We can free him afterwards. Let's not fuck this up.
I've ruined every life I've touched.
Graven, that's not true. Look at me, that's not true. Not mine, not Orba's, not Beezaura's.
Yet.
Graven! Fuck's sake, you've saved our lives many times. More than once. You can't save his now. He told me. He begged me to tell you that you can't save him. We need to go north. We don't need to get further entangled with the fucking gentle void. Get to Finlock Forest. Find this fucking beast that your family spent everything trying to get it locked up. Don't waste your time on this fucking arse.
I don't care about him.
I know, but you can't help Boraj now. And his threats, I'm sure, are empty. And even if they're not, I'm sure Boraj can survive with a, less than comfortable bed. They're not going to kill him. He's going to be all right. We can get him out afterwards.
Let's go.
And I'm going to, as we're walking away...
Is that canon?
Is this canon? I don't know.
You can come up with an anti-C middle finger.
Can it be this? That's more... I don't know.
The classic archer one is
This is
this.
Yeah, that's cool.
Jog on. You guys step back through the split gate. Step back into the civilian side. And you return to Leopold's lodgings. Where a very tired Donald is kind of yawning his way
Poor Donald.
through sweeping the floors.
This guy has a 24-hour shift.
No, you guys came at night. He probably has the night shift. Someone relieves him in the morning. It's still the middle of the night.
Dude's on pills 24/7.
Yes. He reaches down and goes,
Oh, Mike and Candy.
There's some faint traces of light in the sky at this point, but the shuttered windows of the lodgings keep things kind of intimately lit in here. Likely another hour or so before the earliest of risers start their morning routine. There is, however, one other person sitting in the far corner of the room. Not quite in the dining area, but he seems to have borrowed one of the chairs from atop the tables. Donald had put all the chairs up, kind of sitting one politely in the corner. It's a halfling man. He's dressed fairly well. He has a gray jacket and a kind of bowler-style cap. He's probably in his 40s. He has a beard that's barely more than stubble, but it does have clearly defined cheek and necklines. It's groomed rather than from kind of a lack of shaving. He's surprisingly alert compared to the majority of people that you've passed by who are sort of, slogging their way through the either staying up too late or getting up too early, one of the two. And he looks like he has a piece of parchment in one of his hands. And Donald sees you guys as you push through the door. And he turns to the man in the corner. I believe that these two travel with the one you're looking for. And the man in the corner sort of stands up. And he comes up to you, and he's sort of holding the two lapels of his jacket. You travel with a halfling? Brown hair, fair skin, chip on her shoulder.
Can't be denied, I suppose.
Yeah?
Is she somewhere where I may speak with her quickly?
No. Sorry, she's not.
A message we could relay.
I mean, sorry.
Perhaps. My name is Pibraf Ladsrudvodzathenge.
Oh, right. I'm so sorry.
I don't have time for quips about my name.
No, I just literally didn't understand. Okay, I'm sorry.
I think that Beezaura is about to have a problem. Can we speak outside?
Yes.
Yes.
He pushes through the door. You follow him outside. You guys start to move outside. But we will go over.
I'm sitting in this dead chest.
She has a bigger problem right now.
With a lack of dark vision, closing off one of her senses entirely, Beezaura breathes. Slowly. Deeply. It does little to slow her heart rate, and she can hear the blood pumping in her ears. The hollow thumps of boots boom, boom, on wooden flooring come at the exact same time that you feel the soft tickle of something crawling over your ankle.
Oh no!
You give the leg kind of a subtlest of possible shakes in an attempt to dislodge the critter, but it clings to you. And you're forced to hold your silence with the perturbance of these 1,000 little legs tapping on your calves and thighs. Mm-hmm. Another couple of footsteps. And the door opens. And it sounds like multiple pairs of footsteps step into this first room. And it sounds like a couple steps go over to that wall that those three first bodies were up against. You hear it kind of... God. They really fucked up when they let this one escape, eh? And a second voice you hear. Well, lucky it came here and not somewhere important. Don't count your chickens. We haven't caught it yet. Why is it that the Lemonade Man seems to be the only one who can keep this under control? By the way, you guys can't hear this. Just so you know. They're in that first room. Beezaura's in that first room.
Yeah.
They're all in the bedroom,
Right.
which is 2 rooms
Great.
away from this.
I
Also,
was like, nobody can hear?
You hopped right into it. Could Orba have given her bag to Erland under the bed? Since we're both
During when that
on the-
happened, sure.
Yeah.
Sort of as you were sort of stuffed it
Yeah.
under the bed. Yes.
I was like, then I kill you.
Oh my god.
You
no.
fucking...
Well, they better figure out the fuck out, and soon. Well, the Stitches are going to give us all kinds of problems. The worst thing that can happen is someone acquiring proof that they retain some bits of their former mind. Take a quick look around. Make sure there's no survivors, and then burn it down. Couple heavy footsteps.
I mean, we anticipated this.
And you hear the second voice, and a couple people seem to come in and join them. So there's at least 3, maybe 4 people inside right now. Sort of boots moving around the room first that you're in. And you guys can now hear a couple of pairs of footsteps moving into the kitchen. So there's still that kitchen, and then you guys are in the bedroom. So you guys are, kitty corner across from each other.
Right.
I need everyone to give me stealth checks. Erland and Beezaura with advantage, and Orba not with advantage because you are visible.
Come on, mate.
Oh.
I'm so
The old hold in the breath check.
The first one was good, don't worry.
That was a natural one.
baby.
Always
Come
look close.
on.
Did you get it?
20 with advantage.
Oh, thank God.
Nat 20. Suck it.
17.
Seven.
Orba's dead.
22. Tell the DM to suck it.
Orba killed herself.
More footsteps. You hear people kind of generally maybe put their hands on some of the bodies, shake a little bit. It sounds like someone moves kind of over to the trunk, and for a second they kind of push on, and you kind of shake inside a little bit, and they see the kind of bottles, and they fuck. A couple footsteps away. Some footsteps come into the bed. Fuck. Sort of looks over the bed. I stink. Moving through and into the other room. They all seem dead. I don't know. Yeah, it's fun. And you hear a little kind of shuffle. Look at this one. Skewered. Learn how to defend yourself, you degenerate fuck. And he sort of kicks, and you hear the body kind of rattle a little bit on the floor. And Orba sitting on the bed, you can hear the kind of in the dresser, a sort of heavy breathing.
Okay. But they're now in that fourth room, right?
Two of
Where
them
we
walked into
found-
that fourth room, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't see. No one's in the bedroom right this second at the moment.
Okay. Okay.
More footsteps moving around, kind of hollow on the boards. And as they're kind of giving it one last look around, you hear another set of footsteps approaching. Beezaura. Up to them. Sir, there's horses outside.
Fuck.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Just look. Let's do this quickly, right? Burn it down. I'll take a look. And you hear a couple footsteps. And Beezaura, from the crack in the trunk that you're hiding in, you can see a little flickering.
Oh, man.
And you hear the sort of crackling of a torch. All right, I'm gonna start it.
Assuming all of those people have left, though, obviously.
It sounds like maybe just one person left in the building.
Who's setting it on fire?
Yes, he's reaching down. He looks like he based on the little crack just from the amount of light, it doesn't seem like he's setting the trunk on fire.
No.
But that he's kind of setting something on fire in that room that you're in. And you hear him kind of do that, and then you hear a little clunk, 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 clunk quickly going into the kitchen.
We already, tied up Roy. Roy? Is his husband's name?
He's like, he's like
in a-
he's kind of bundled
we did that all. We finished that
Yep.
task. Okay,
Yep.
cool. Shit.
More footsteps into the bedroom.
Oh my god.
Take a little damage.
Yeah.
Is anyone doing anything?
Which room is he
He
moving
literally
into?
just set fires in the bedroom, like to the straw mattress that Orba's lying on to the side of it,
Okay.
and he moves into the next room.
How quickly is the fire spreading? Can I tell it all from where I am?
I mean, it's a fire. It's dry wood. It's
Yeah.
not like bursting into flame, but it's already
staying where I am
smoky in the room.
until I hear
Okay.
some more.
Orba, what are you doing? The bed that you're on is on fire.
Okay.
Are you attempting to move away from it, or are you attempting to...
Has that guy left that
He's
room?
walking into the fourth room now.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna in the opposite direction of where the fire is.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, I just want to make sure I have the right eye line here. If I get out and move from the bed, is anybody in that adjacent room that can see me? What's that door?
His
like?
back is to you.
I'll wait.
Okay.
I guess I'll try to like slightly nudge away or like.
Okay,
something.
give me a stealth check.
Yeah.
Shit. You can hear the kind of crackling and place is filling with smoke a little bit. Oh my fucking little
Stealth 5.
5, and he goes into the other room, kind of lighting some stuff, and you kind of roll over a little bit, but you try to give yourself a roll, but the other body, because of the indent in the mattress, kind of comes towards you, and you kind of, your face gets pushed up against the dead body on your left, and you're kind of caught there a little bit. And I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw as you breathe in a little bit of the smoke here.
Okay.
Come on.
Don't cough.
There's only one way in and out for this guy, right?
Other than breaking out the window, but yes.
18.
18.
Oh
Yes.
my god, I thought
Sort
I
of-
was that.
Hold it in a little bit. Sets fire to the last room. I'm coming out! And he...
As soon as I hear him say I'm coming out, and he starts, I assume, making more noise,
Yep, he's...
I'm rolling out from under the bed,
Yep.
and I'm quickly and quietly moving towards Roy.
In that fourth room. Great, yeah.
I'm.
You hear also a little as Leto kind of leans out the dresser. What are you doing?
I was gonna help Leto. Yeah, I was gonna make sure he knew
you
to
do
come
so.
out.
And the guy, you can hear him thump, 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 coming through that front room, and the of the door, and he
Anyways,
goes out.
I'm gonna open the trunk, and I'm gonna run. Where there's windows in like the kitchen, I guess. Like,
There are.
in the
They're
back.
boarded up and solidly boarded up. That doesn't mean you can't, but it will require literally prying boards off of them,
I
not just
can't
like
go out
jumping out the
front.
window.
So I'm gonna go to the back and just try with everything just to take it off.
Great. You go over to the board. I need you to give me an athletics check and a Constitution saving throw. Constitution saving throw for Erland.
Can I take out? I have a swatch,
Which one first?
Constitution saving throw.
clothing swatch in my bag. Can I give it to Leto to cover as
Sure.
well, so we can?
17.
17, great. Beezaura kind of take a breath and you move.
Athletics. 17.
17. Pulls one of the things loose.
That's in the room that I'm in, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. She just kind of jumped up on the
Yeah.
desk and
Oh,
grabbed
you're
it,
welcome.
pulled it off. What are you doing?
10 on the Constitution.
We're a
save.
Okay.
team, you know.
And I'm picking up. Is it Roy or Ray? Sorry.
Roy.
I'm gonna
Yep.
I'm gonna pick up Roy, and seeing BZ kind of run out, I'm gonna go to the back window and try and toss him out the window.
Okay. It is big enough for you to jump out,
Yeah,
but
I'm
it's small.
I'm jumping out.
So if Zara kind of gets a breath of fresh air, she hops out.
Or if she's out, then I'm gonna pass the.
Yeah,
and
I
then
see
use
it,
the body.
yeah.
See it, and you pull it down. Now, for someone not as small as her and someone lying like straight down like Roy's sort of body is, it's difficult to get out through this space, but possible.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Waiting in line to go. I
Okay,
guess.
Leto kind of follows you.
Well, you guys are there. I'm gonna sort of let Leto out first.
Okay, he climbs up a little bit. Sort of gets up there. It's too tight. It's too tight.
Can I give him like a boost on his feet? To give
It's
him
not
some-
about the height. It's like his shoulders are kind of getting stuck on this very narrow kind of.
Is there
Can
any
I
way to
try to...
push that would help?
You
Or-
can. You could also try and break another one of the boards.
Oh, okay. Cool.
It's multiple boards
Oh,
boarding
okay,
up one
cool.
window.
I'll try and smash it.
Great.
Forward.
Give me an attack roll.
Oh, unarmed
strike, yep.
15.
15. Great. And you kind of break it in the middle a little bit. You're able to kind of punch it out and let out. Sort of wigs his way out, and you kind of catch him on the other side. He's sort of
Right.
lowering himself down a little bit. Great.
I'm gonna get Orba out.
Can I my bag?
Yeah, pass the bag.
Okay.
Can I go out?
An organ. You can get out pretty easily at this point. It's broken open decently large.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a quick look around. No one left anything behind from what I can see.
Who leaving what behind?
Any of the guys walking through didn't drop anything.
Give me a quick perception check.
What?
Yeah. Just a last little look before
Just
we
like
leave.
Anything shiny on the
12.
ground?
12. The smoke has kind of filled up
Sure.
the room. You can't see
And I'm
much.
just gonna hop out
Right,
the
you
window.
hop out the window. So you're all on the back side, kind of. And you can see around the corners, in addition to the smoke kind of billowing out, flashes of light. It doesn't seem like they left. It seems like they left the house, but you guys are on the opposite side of it right now.
Right.
Yep. So you have a moment.
What now? I know they're probably going to wait a bit to see if it burns more, but they burnt the whole place down. I said we hide out back here for a minute.
Did they say anything? Did they say who they were?
Let the place...
We heard that they saw our horses, though.
Yes.
They saw our horses.
We did hear that.
They shouted. He came in and was like, "There's horses out." Yeah.
Sorry, but last I checked, I don't want the things that are on my horse to get stolen. I don't want them to take it.
Okay, so I guess we should make our way around. Maybe the smoke will cover us.
Should I try and go quietly?
I want to go with you. We don't all have to go. We also have a dead body that we have to, carry. So
stay with him. The Tiefling and I'll try and sneak. And
that okay?
if you hear us yell, come and help.
Go.
Boy.
Don't come and help if we yell.
Okay.
You okay?
Stay with your husband, all right?
I mean, he's struggling, but
Stay with your husband if we yell for help.
he nods. You guys are moving around the exterior of the house.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna sort of follow Orba's lead. I think she has a clearer sense.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Give me
rub
stealth
Leto's
checks.
back.
Yeah.
You're okay, buddy.
Oh my god. Give him a cold compress.
Stealth
Yeah.
checks.
Truly horrific day
Do you want
for
a back
him.
tickle?
17.
3.
3. So as you guys are kind of moving along the side,
He
one
didn't
of
get
the
that.
windows that was sort of boarded up kind of breaks down a little bit from the flame eating away at it, and a kind of billow of smoke comes pouring out, and Orba covers her face, but she kind of in the smoke. And you can see ahead a little bit, there's a couple of people at the horses, and they don't immediately turn, but they kind of look back towards the house a little bit.
At our horses or their horses?
They're at your... Two
Okay.
people are at your horses, like, kind of looking and being, like, just examining the horses.
Can I get up against the house? I don't know what kind of cover I could have. But
Yes,
to
a little
get
bit,
as
yeah.
small as
There's
possible.
smoke kind of billowing out the window, so yeah,
that's
a little
what I was
bit. Yeah.
thinking. Okay, so there's our horses. There's 2 people at those. Can we see anybody else?
No, because you're up against the side of the house.
And I'm like a little behind her, is that
Yeah,
okay?
like just a few feet behind her, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Terrible.
Do something interesting, so Anthony.
No, that was like a...
Sorry for not keeping you awake.
No, it was like...
No, this is terrifying.
Can Orba try to do her best to just look like peek just around the corner of the house just to see?
You'd be
what
getting,
else-
yes,
close.
you'd be getting really close at that point.
Okay, away from the house. Is that woods? Is it flat land?
Really sparse, like there were some trees and stuff. You tied your trees up at one horse, but there isn't a lot of trees around here.
Because I'm trying to picture a way to circumvent and get away from the light source that is the house and
It's
near the
also for you guys. We're jumping around in time a little bit. It's like 4:30 a.m. The sun is
Sun's
rising.
coming
Yeah,
up.
it's not like bright out, but it's also not cover of darkness.
right.
So,
Okay.
I wish that was.
Okay.
So you see the guys kind of looking over the horses a little bit. Couple people kind of peeking into the saddlebags. Just take them. Let's go.
Okay.
And they kind of grab the reins. They're kind of untying the horses from the trees there.
Am I near enough to Orba to say something?
Yep.
We gotta get them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Erland's just gonna start.
Wait. Oh. How far? How many feet?
Like 40 feet.
Ah, no, I can't do that.
They're 40 feet away.
Yeah, like 40 feet.
And I can't see the other 2 guys.
The only ones, because you're sort of the house is
Okay.
on up here, there might be more people around the corner, but you can't see them. You can see the 2 that are at your horses.
Okay, I'm just gonna start running. I'm gonna start running and go, Oi! Oi! Our horses!
Oh no.
Alright, starts running out. You hear the call, and from the backside, Leto sort of there. You guys hear the call of her. What? What's happening?
I don't know why they just.
Do we need to go?
No, stay.
Okay, and Erland comes running out, and they see you, and they kind of, with a horrified look, they kind of. Whoa.
I'm trying just. I was using this as cover. I was sleeping out back, and you're taking my horse.
And one guy reaches by, takes out a hand crossbow, fires it at you.
Just hiding in general.
Oh my god! Behind a huge house with people dead
16
inside.
hit.
16 chance.
16 hit.
Oh,
What kind of answer was that?
Why?
Let's see if we can talk our way out of it.
Okay.
I was just peeing behind this big
Yeah.
house.
Stop for a bit.
You take 6 piercing damage as he reaches, immediately sees someone he doesn't recognize and fires, and immediately after that he goes back, there's somebody here, there's people here! And all of them kind of...
Did he do it? How quickly did all that happen?
What do you mean how quickly?
How quickly did he yell something? Because my response is going to be
I'm
something.
not.
That makes sense.
Even if you throw it back,
Okay.
he will still be able to yell.
Okay,
we'll
cool.
say that.
So I reduce it. They did 6 damage. I
Yep.
reduce it by 8. So
Great, so as you, Roger, he sees you with your hands up, he fires the crossbow, and
I
there's just
catch
kind of
it and I throw it immediately right back.
Finally! Is this the first time?
Yes! That is the most
You've thrown it
boss-
back once before.
No, you've done it once before.
Certainly not as cool as this.
That's a very
You were
cool
like too far away, where when you threw it back, it just kind of like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't make it to the.
Oh wait, was that the dot?
So actually, yeah, how far away am I from?
We'll say you walked up 20 feet with your hands
Some
up.
20 feet.
I was
20
20 feet away.
towards them.
Yeah,
so, okay.
20 feet away.
Okay, great. Within range. So how do I
What a ding dong.
make a ranged attack as if with a monk weapon of 20 to 60? So I think I just do it like.
on,
Would that be
Erland.
the same as? Oh, that'd be I guess the same as a dart. Okay,
Fuck
cool.
this
Here we
guy
go.
up.
16 to hit,
16 hits.
and I don't know what damage this weapon does.
I think.
One death.
No, I'm throwing the arrow back at him.
Single.
Oh, right.
Or the crossbow bolt at him.
Let's do this.
Come on, mine.
Cool. he did the
It's
thing.
just 1d4
Yeah.
plus your proficiency.
1d4
Take that motherfucker.
plus,
Right,
so that'd be
figured.
like plus 3.
I think 2 is your proficiency. You guys don't have 3 proficiency yet.
No, I have 2
No.
proficiency.
Proficiency point.
5.
Great, do
damage.
5 damage. So Erland, hands up, throws it back, and as he's kind of turning to yell, sort of gets hit.
And in that moment of time, I want to close as
Great,
much
we'll say you're
distance.
running, but I need people to roll for initiative.
Okay.
here.
Me too.
Yep, everybody.
And as I'm sort of throwing it back, I'll just sort of give a blood curdling yell to hopefully indicate.
Sure.
Yeah, I will.
Signal fight.
That's not great, but
If we lose our horses, we ain't getting to Leopold's Garrison in like days.
I don't even want to talk about it.
Okay.
I don't. You guys better. No.
You know what?
I didn't hear anything that said
So many people.
What?
I was like, I don't know.
Erland
Should've jumped in. I
Is-
guess I got that.
Can I, is Leto part of this or no?
What do you mean part of this?
Is he? If I tell him to stay, will he? Does he want to fight or?
I don't
better
think
fucking
you.
listen.
I mean, I
He
told
did
him a
tell
lot
him
not to fight.
Okay.
But you don't
Just
have
stay
a sort of
Definitive.
Czar's behind the house with Leto.
Like 4 or 5.
So this is the front of the house here. This little.
Yeah, there's like 6 people.
And I'm running into combat first, which is always a bad idea.
Okay. What do we got?
9.
Okay. Erland.
10.
Okay.
Couple. There's more than the 2 horses, obviously, but these are sort of indicator horses that are there. That Erland ran up.
Oh my
This guy is here.
We are massively outnumbered, friends.
I'm actually gonna. Which way? That way.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm going after
Yeah,
a
push this
crossbow guy, I guess. That's good. He'll have to step away from me.
Actually, gonna push
I'm
it
not.
further.
My spells are not for. I thought we were in town. I do not have fighting
I want
spells.
to step away from me.
Here. There.
I got
It's been a second since we've had to do that.
fighting spells. I did a hardcore. Don't look at
There's
me
another
like
person
that.
with the horses
2
that you saw. And then.
I am in mucho trouble in
You are fine.
No, I'm saying like,
Oh,
just in general.
your new buddy at
Clearly.
the inn.
I thought for a second I was like, maybe that's my dad.
Sounds like a fan.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be my dad. but that-
Leto's not a wizard, but we're gonna say. Just to give him some colorful.
Oh.
And in addition. Didn't know when this was going to take place, if at all, but the house is burning down. Here's some fiery squares
Fire square.
that are burning down the sort of.
Does it seem like the house is going to catch the surrounding area on fire as well?
Probably not. There's trees kind of sparsely separated around, but it's not like.
No touchy.
Don't start a forest fire.
Yeah, it does not seem like you're gonna light the whole. You're not in a
Who's
forest.
responsible for forest?
Man, I really don't have a mini paint. I really gotta pay more minis. We have
For
to use
what?
the mage again for someone. God damn.
I forgot to grab like another just
Oh, okay,
regular
it's not my
human
fault.
person.
Do I have a? No.
Like we definitely have like the barbarian or Jillian and stuff like that. But all right, so the fire's just kind of spreading generally around the area.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's hope this combat lasts like 5 hours so that you guys reach us by then.
All
Run around the house constantly.
Yeah. Benny
Just
Hill.
kite them around.
The captain, we're gonna call him,
Oh,
No,
okay.
I don't.
There's a captain.
got a
Yeah.
natural 20. I don't know if someone got more than
Okay,
20.
that's not.
No, we definitely didn't get more than.
And then there's 2 other categories. There's, we're gonna call them light. Got a 14, like light infantry, light,
Okay.
whatever. And then heavy got a 3.
Thank God. Okay, tied with Orba.
So, as you look around, there seems to be a couple types of people. There's a couple of more leather-clad guys. He had the hand crossbow, sort of a little more mobile scout types. These, I have these wrong thing. There we go. That's a light guy over there. So the light guys are the ones there with the little hand crossbows.
Okay, that's these two gentlemen.
Yep, the heavies are the ones here that have the swords. They look like they have kind of chainmail armor.
Okay.
And then there's the captain, which is the guy that you don't know this, but he was the guy that came in the place first, and he seems to have a larger blade with him as well as a bow on his back. Yeah. So those are the people that you see. Do we have the order?
We do, yes. The captain, then Light, then Erland.
Alrighty.
I'll put it in the
Before
chat.
we start,
Yes.
I'm gonna turn to Leto.
Sure.
Just stay here with Roy.
Okay.
Don't come out. We can do this.
Be careful.
Of course. Just stay on the cover, okay?
Okay.
And then I'm gonna
Kisses
run and.
Great. We just took to run that direction.
Yeah.
Excellent.
God damn it.
All right.
How close
Captain
that
first.
Captain first.
All right. He's immediately hears the call from his associate there, and immediately starts to run. And as he's running, he draws 2 scimitars.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
And he's gonna make 2 attacks here. One is an 8 to hit,
That misses.
and one is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
You take 5 slashing damage as he cuts you with one of the scimitars. And then, I think that's it, yeah. And then he kind of gets with the 2 swords ready to sort of deflect any possible blows coming his way. All right, who's next?
Light.
The light. So this guy, Erland didn't quite get all the way to him. He reaches down, cocks back, fires the crossbow again.
Oh my gosh, that was so cool.
It's a bonus action to reload the crossbow.
Oh, really?
Do that once. Or maybe
Is
they
it
do
key-
what
is it
one.
key-
I can keep. Oh no, I haven't used a reaction yet this round.
This is the
He has
Oh,
an
that's,
offer.
is it a key though?
It's a key point.
Oh, okay.
And he's gonna fire again.
We're emptying the tank here, gang.
Ooh, 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Okay. That is 7 piercing damage.
I can tell you I reduced it to 0.
Okay.
That was an overkill. Okay, so again,
Erland just smacks it away.
so
Teach them?
yeah, I'm gonna catch it and throw it back at him again. I mean, I guess.
And if he gets hit by this, he's like, "Oh fuck this!"
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, he's not gonna fire you again.
I was gonna be like, you know.
Learn his goddamn lesson.
12 to hit.
That hits.
And you said 1d4 plus 2.
Yep. 1d4 plus 2.
You seem like so much more of a badass. To
5. Another 5
Another
damage.
5.
So he's
Okay.
down 10 now.
10 from his
Yeah,
own
now the 2
shit.
arrows are kind of sticking into his leather armor, and you see him look at the crossbow, and then he tosses it to the side, and it looks like he just draws like a little short blade from his waist there. He is gonna kind of back up. Here. The other light one, he kind of limps off to the side, but that guy reaches down, and he's got his crossbow, fires.
At me.
Didn't
Yep.
learn his lesson.
15 to hit.
15 misses.
15 misses.
Nice.
So Erland
Can you catch
ducks
him?
out of the way of that one.
No, that's only if they hit me. Can I catch it?
And that guy is going to, running, kind of reloading as he does, he's going to run this way. 5, 10.
Jump over his friend.
Yeah.
Get out of my way.
Okay,
idiot.
full leg's done.
Erland.
Oh shit! This fucking guy's right on me.
While he's looking at all those things, are
Thank you.
our horses all in a general area, or some off to other sides?
No, you guys all tied your horses up to the same tree, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So they're all there. It's not just those 2. I just marked
Right.
them with those 2.
We could just get on our horses and run.
We could.
You can't have that conversation with her. She's not there.
No, sorry. Okay.
I didn't hear that.
Beezaura!
I turned
You can
to
shout that, but
I turned to
you can't
Leto.
just-
Should we just get on our horses and run?
Okay.
Get with the dead
I
body.
know with our body, that's...
Bonus action. Ah shit. Okay, fine. Fuck it. Okay, I'm gonna attack this fucking guy.
The captain in front of you?
Yeah, the captain
Great.
in front of me. So having thrown it back, I'm gonna. Ooh, we're nunchaku now, so I'm gonna. Swing.
Yeah.
Do you have those?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I left my quarterstaff on the
Got
horse.
it. Okay.
That is 22 to hit.
That hits. Roll for damage.
Is that count as damage
against the captain.
Yes.
5 bludgeoning damage.
5 bludgeoning damage, excellent. You kind of crack him across the jaw there.
Okay, and we're gonna use Flurry of Blows on him. So 23 to
That
hit.
hits. Roll for damage.
8 bludgeoning damage.
8 bludgeoning damage,
And
excellent.
he needs to.
You kind of knock the wind out of him a little bit.
Does he seem? Can I like ascertain this kind of thing? Does he seem more strong or more dexterous? Does he seem like someone who?
Give me a perception check.
18.
He seems fairly athletic, however, the armor that he's wearing seems to be weighing him down enough that the strength of swinging the sword strikes you as more than his agility.
Okay, then let's make a dex save.
Okay. 11.
He fails, so
Okay.
falls prone.
Yeah, huge.
So now this attack is with advantage.
Come on. Oh, God. Thank
Nah,
goodness.
probably not.
Yeah.
13 to hit.
13 misses, so you come down, and he immediately kind of rolls over, and he is wearing kind of like a chainmail outfit, and your fist just kind of hits the chain there.
Okay, so that is. Oh, I guess I have. Oh, actually. He would get disadvantage attack.
He would have a
from
disadvantage attack of opportunity, yes.
prone. Great. I am going to then step back.
You can even go big mode.
Thank you. I'm gonna step back. Fine. I can step off the map if I want
Twice
to.
about letting a dude hide behind a house again.
I mean, it's pretty open. There isn't a ton to hide behind, so yes, you could go off the map. It's mostly fields.
I'll step back 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I'll get myself over to here.
Okay.
I think that keeps me within 40 of that ranger is what it is. I'm trying to stay within 40 of that ranger.
30, 35.
Great.
Yep.
If I'm 35, then you
Wanna
give me
back
one
up
more.
one more?
Yeah.
Great. Great. So as you're running away, you watch him kind of roll over, and he takes a swipe with one of his scimitars. As you are dodging away, 12 to hit.
12 hits.
Great. So Erland kind of hops up. Scimitar goes underneath your feet.
A decent turn.
All right. Who's next?
That was quite a turn.
All right.
Easy.
I'm just gonna start running.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
That's it.
Then you can
Oh.
dash.
Okay, I will.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Puts you there.
And that's it.
Okay. You watch it. Orba kind of watches as Beezaura
Comes out of
moving
nowhere.
on.
My little leg.
And immediately as she kind of comes around the court a little bit, you see one of them kind of, there's more of them! And you watch kind of just some hands.
It's just me.
Excuse me!
Just as soon as she like puts it in my hand, just give me a second.
Okay.
It's heavy and Orba. I don't know how you want to turn.
All right, the heavies. So this first one is going to run towards...
Y'all cannot die.
I just used all my key points throwing fucking arrows like that.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Actually, that's 30. And he is going to. He goes over, and he goes over to the corner of the house, and he has a sword, but he seems like he's kind of waiting at the corner there.
Oh, God.
Okay.
And
I
then
see
Erland
you.
can see this guy.
Oh no!
You watch him disappear behind the far corner of the house.
Can I yell?
It's very short, yes.
Great. I'm just gonna yell. God coming around the house.
Great. Okay. That is the heavies.
Okay, so Orba.
Okay.
She's actually gonna go like 10 feet outward to get
This way?
to get a peek around that corner, and she's gonna cast. Sorry, prone for a ranged attack. Is that
You have disadvantage on that attack.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna cast Ice Knife at the guy standing next to the prone guy then,
Yeah.
because they're within 5 feet of each other.
There are. Yes, he's in this square.
Great. So I'm gonna cast Ice Knife at level 2.
Okay.
And not use my fucking mask yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. I know.
Not you. Yeah, oh my God.
Okay, so a ranged spell attack.
Bring yourself down to 1 HP.
Oh my god, it's been so long since we've been in combat.
Legitimately, I'm like going shit.
Holy shit.
I know.
What do I have? What can I do?
We've just been punching each other.
I know, we have been doing so much.
That's a 21
There
to
we
hit.
go.
That hits.
Great, so
that was the heavy, not the
Correct.
captain. Yes.
so he takes 1d10 of piercing,
Okay.
6 damage,
6 damage.
And then the two of them both make a dexterity saving throw.
He's down.
Both of them make a dexterity
Yes.
saving throw?
Does he gets disadvantage?
I don't know.
He doesn't have disadvantage on that.
That's a bummer.
Boo.
17 for the guy you shot at,
Save.
and 7 for the captain on the ground.
Okay.
For the captain on the ground?
Yep.
Okay, so the captain on the ground takes 8 cold damage.
Great. And then 4 for the heavy. Is it half?
No, it's not halved.
No. Okay. Great. So fires out and kind of explosion of.
Sorry, I did a second level spell slot, so I get another d6.
Okay.
Sorry. 2, so 10 total.
Okay, great. 2 extra. And really no damage on the save?
Yeah, doesn't that suck?
Even if you fucking whacked him in the face?
Yeah. It like exploded and he goes like this and then he's like.
I thought the hit does something and then the ice scatter does something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
but
hit
not if you
did
save your
hit
dex.
save.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, great.
Get out of the
but
way
you
of
watch
the
as the bandit
nothing
kind of covers his face,
happened.
but all of the
Let it
shards of ice
go.
kind of come raining down on him.
And then I did 10 feet of movement
Yep.
there. 5, 10, 15, 20. I'll quickly look to Erland. Leto, and I'll point, do I need to run?
Yes!
Okay, I'll run 20 feet back toward the house.
Great. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Okay.
Okay.
Leto, I'm coming!
Okay.
I'm the jerk that left him back there. I'm like, sorry, I gotta go fight.
All right, the captain picks himself up. That takes half his movement to do so. And he's just gonna start running towards the closest target. 5, 10.
You got it easy, let's go.
He's gonna make 2 attacks.
He's like, halfway.
Two!
your
Oh,
backpack
no.
Yeah, he has the 2 scimitars.
do they
Is
know?
yours painful?
Yeah.
Everyone thinks they're attacking our weakest.
Okay,
Strongest.
11 to hit, but then 22 to hit.
Fine.
22 hits. You take
it's so
7
insane.
slashing damage. Block the first one and then slashes you with the second one. And that's it.
How much was it? 7?
7 slashing, yep. Okay.
I was at 43.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I was only 2 down, and I so I didn't use it.
43?
No, I'm at 36.
Alright,
Okay.
you
That's
done?
Captain, yeah.
Light.
The light's great, so you can see the 2 of them kind of getting their weapons back. This is the one that put his away.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is the one that put his away. He's going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
gosh.
Run up and take a lunging strike here with his
Come on, bud.
weapon. 6 to hit.
No, sir.
Swats him aside.
Also,
So he comes in, swats away. Shit! And he's sort of standing there. This guy just loaded up his crossbow though, and he's gonna. I don't think he can get in range of anyone else, so he's just gonna fire a
my
shot.
God. What do you want?
It's good.
Beezy, you're alright.
18 to hit.
Nope.
Nope.
Fires it, and Beezaura brings up the shield, and
I know.
bolt goes flying, and you can see him reaching down again. Okay, that's the lights.
Erland.
Okay, you're AC.
Okay, first things first, Erland's gonna put his hand to the ground and use Rejuvenate.
And a little kind of pulse goes out through the surroundings.
Oh, yeah, command homebrew.
I'm anticipating taking some damage here.
Rejuvenate.
I tried to. Oh, I'll take it.
Great.
Speaking of
So then I'm going to. Yeah. If I get to this, if I'm in this spot, the heavy guy can't attack me. He would have to disengage from BZ or walk around.
This
to
is
get
the
to
light.
me.
This is the light.
Oh, that's a
This
light
is
guy?
a heavy. Yep. This guy is the one who just ran up and tried to.
Oh, okay, in that case, I'm gonna get to here and
5, 10,
engage,
15, 20.
and we're gonna do. What's a two-handed quarterstaff attack? Nunchaku attack.
Great.
Crack his dome.
So that is 18 to hit.
That hits. Right.
This is non-lethal. This attack.
Okay.
He's on the captain.
This is the captain. Yep.
I'm the captain.
I was waiting for someone to say it.
Stop that.
7 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Great.
And I already used a bonus action, so that has to be. Oh, let me do my Constitution save. Sorry here. Oh, pass. Nice.
Oh.
And as I sort of attack him non-lethal, I'll go for like a kneecap. I'll sort of. I know they can probably hear, but I'll sort of say quietly to BZ getting down. I'll say like,
Okay.
"Keep this one alive."
Captain?
Yeah.
Oh, Captain,
Great.
my captain.
Great.
I guess I have to listen now.
So that
probably gonna
no,
have
I'll stay there. That's fine.
Okay,
That's
great.
fine.
Easy.
All right. I was like gonna go for the big guy, and then I hear Erland say that and just go, and just go to the light guy.
Okay, just a regular attack.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Give me an attack.
15.
15 hits. Roll the damage. This is the one that Erland hit twice.
11.
Right? 11. Great. So Beezaura swings the flail, and the guy had just kind of reached back, and the flail hits him in the head, and the side of the building is here, and it kind of
Yes.
smashes him against the
There we
side.
go.
That's rough.
Sort of recoiling from the blood splatter, I'll say, Captain next, but just knock him out.
What?
And
That's it. That's all the
the
conversation.
first time.
Can
Good
you
work,
print out
bud.
some instructions for
Erland goes to a knee.
He's like, oh, she's able to do something. So maybe, like, how am I going to
Anything
control
else?
that? I
Anything
can't
else?
control my force.
I can't.
Well done. I like the ferocity.
No, I'm just going to stay.
Okay, great. Hunkers down.
Okay, heavies.
Heavies. All right. This one comes out. 5, 10, 15.
Oh.
God damn it.
He takes his
Walk right
two-handed
past me.
sword, and he's gonna take a big swing.
Oh god.
At me?
Oh god.
Yep.
Oh
He
god.
walked right past
Oh
me.
god. How much?
Fine.
Saw you were hard to hit.
I'll come after you, don't worry.
That is a natural 20.
That might die.
God.
It's not gonna kill you.
Can I hit someone, but, like, not that?
That's 10 slashing damage.
Okay. Okay, we're fine. It's fine.
And then he sort of has the sword in his hand there.
You keep rejuvenate when you get hit, right?
Oh yeah, no, I keep rejuvenating.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as you maintain
Only 2
contact
per
with the
turn.
earth.
Well, I didn't know if it was a concentration or something.
No.
He's gonna stay there. The other heavy. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So he comes barreling around the corner. And Leto kind of sees him coming. Leto had a held action to actually move
yay.
away
Okay,
when
good.
he came.
Yay.
But he's gonna go up to there, but Leto's gonna he's kind of dragging
buddy.
Roy along.
He's-
This guy's gonna use
that's such a
a
terrible
dash
thing.
action to get up to him, but he can't attack it. so-
Right. Okay.
Okay.
All right. You're done?
That's the heavies, yep.
All right. Orba comes around the corner. Let's move her 10 feet. Yeah, green. 10 feet green.
Okay.
And she's gonna cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp in the block behind the heavy.
Nice.
We do have a mini for it. Can they see? Oh no, they can't see it on the thing.
But the mini.
Come this way.
Ooh.
Can we see it?
Yes.
There we go.
Nice work.
Never thought I'd miss a hand.
And she's gonna try and just grab that big heavy guy. So he needs to make a, where is it? Strength saving I throw? Yes.
Strength saving throw?
Yeah.
4.
You suck. Yeah. He's grabbed and he takes.
Is he restrained?
Target must make. Yeah,
grabbied.
restrained.
Grabbied.
He's grabbied.
And you take
Officially.
2d6 bludgeoning.
Take grabby damage.
And it crushes him.
All right, that's 5 total.
Okay.
And then I'll just shout, "Run, Leto!"
Okay. Great. So the hand is like holding him there, and he's struggling to get out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I realized we didn't have Leto, but we're gonna have him last on the initiative.
Oh, okay.
So
I
he's
do that.
after Orba.
Great. Okay. All done.
Great. So Leto, hearing Orba, sort of turns, sees the hand grasping the man behind him, and he's gonna continue pulling Roy. He's gonna. I think the guy gets an attack with disadvantage.
Maybe happens to
Just
Leto,
look it
right?
up really quick. Creatures' attack rolls have disadvantage. Yep. So he's gonna make
Rage
an
quit
attack
our
with
campaign and
disadvantage.
what?
Oh my god.
That's a 4, so he kind of struggling. He gets his sword out with one hand and takes a weak little swing, but isn't able to grab him. I need to see. It's half movement if you're dragging, so 10, 20, 30, dash 10, 20, 30.
Okay.
I'll even put
Pretty
a little
good.
Run, bitch, run for your life.
of Roy. There.
Sack
dragging me.
All right.
Shit, that's off the thing too. All the action's happening over here.
Make 2 big
Need to go
important
even further.
moves.
Yeah. Can we see it yet?
Oh,
No.
kinda. It's more so.
Oh, it's this
less,
way?
Yeah.
Just about.
Oh,
Yeah,
goodness.
okay.
There's too much. It's going too far.
No,
All
that was
right.
pretty good. That was pretty good.
Yeah, but it didn't
You
move
got it.
that far.
You can see Orba.
Yeah, close enough. He's right behind Orba. All right.
Don't forget there's a little guy
Yeah.
underneath you.
Oh
The light guy.
Yeah.
Well done.
Goodness.
I was just forgotten about him.
All right, we're gonna go with that because I can see him there. Great. Okay, who's next? Back to the top.
Top of the lineup.
Great. The captain, sort of a little angered at missing one of his attacks on Beezaura. He's gonna come down with 2 more attacks.
Oh my gosh. 2.
I'm not doing so hot, easy.
13 to hit
No.
and 20 to hit.
Oh.
You take
speed you have?
you take 5 slashing damage as he comes down with both sabers, and one of them kind of glances off your shield, catches you on the side. That's his turn though. That's all he
Okay,
can
it's
do.
light then.
Okay, the light, great. One of them's dead, and this one fires at Beezaura.
Okay.
Natural 1. He fires it and immediately goes into the burning house, and the bolt disappears,
Sick.
and you
Good
see him reach down, loading up another bolt.
Okay, it's Erland.
Fuck me. Okay.
out of there, get
Let me
out
do
of there,
my
get out of
healing. I can't get out of there. I have to attack, otherwise I can't heal.
Yeah, you do have to attack.
So I'm gonna do my
Bonus
heal
action
first.
disengage. Or is that no?
No, I have to use an attack action.
No, but bonus action disengage. Is that a bonus action?
I could use a key point.
Two,
Yeah,
yeah,
two
two
to
can
disengage. Okay, first things first, I'm going to attack the captain non-lethally.
Okay.
17 to hit.
That hits.
Nice.
Damage.
Oh, hell yeah. 10 bludgeoning
10
damage.
bludgeoning
right into the
damage.
kneecap.
Great.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
This is where it gets interesting.
Oh my god.
I'm going to use a key point,
Okay.
and it is...
The battlefield kind of slows down and Erland breathes as he
I'm going
decides
to-
what to do.
Okay. She could always...
Is this gonna affect
Yeah.
me in some way?
No,
No.
I'm just... I'm going to use...
I was kinda hoping.
He's gonna push Beezaura over and run.
I'm gonna use Flurry of Blows. These are I'm gonna use Flurry
Okay.
of Blows.
Wow, that was spicy.
Oh
So I'm
gosh,
just
gosh,
saying they have
gosh,
7
gosh,
HP.
On the so attacking the captain.
Okay.
21 to hit.
That hits. Roll for damage.
6 bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
non-lethally again. These are all
Okay.
non-lethal
Sure.
for the captain.
Yep.
And he's going. If I can if he were to be pushed up to 15 feet, it's directly away from
It
me.
would
I
be
couldn't
5,
aim it.
10,
Okay,
15,
it's a
yeah.
bummer. Dex save, please.
7.
He fails, so he's prone.
Oh, this guy.
And then we're coming down with another attack on him.
Jeez.
With advantage.
Fuck me! 12 to hit.
12 misses.
God.
So once again, he sort of
Damn it.
covers his face a little bit, absorbs the last blow.
Okay. That's my turn.
Okay.
Is he like real bad?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yes,
Is
yes.
he like on death's door, or is he like approaching?
Is he
the
just like
door?
whining?
He's the only one within 5 feet of me, right? Okay, so I'm gonna do grant an ally that can see or hear you 2d4 temporary HP, then roll 1d4 on a roll of 4. The next attack made against me has disadvantage. This effect lasts until the start of my next turn.
Great. So rallying cry.
2d4.
Okay.
3. 5.
Okay. 5 temporary HP.
And then
5 total?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
A 3.
Great. So didn't get that bonus, but the 5 temporary HP for Erland.
Can we just knock
Standing
this
beside
down
her.
real quick?
I don't think that one has to be within 5 feet. Am I crazy?
No, it's the other
You were
one.
looking at a different one. Okay.
Yeah, because the other one's
10
1d4
The
targets
AC
and then
one,
5
yeah.
feet. Yeah, but
Cool.
there's only he's the only one there. So,
Yep.
and then is the is the non-captain guy? Is he within range of me?
Yep, they're both within.
I'll go after him.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I will.
Get your killing.
Whoa. Yeah. There we go. 21.
That hits. Roll for damage.
10.
10 damage. Great. Smashes him, and he's got the sword. And he kind of loses his grip. He sticks it in the ground to kind of steady himself.
Oh, shit.
And he comes back up.
Alright, that's pretty good.
I don't know what you want. Am I allowed to not do a? He wants to keep the captain alive.
Non-lethal.
Like,
Any melee attack can be made non-lethally.
all right, fine. Then I will do action surge on the captain. Non-lethal.
Right, non-lethal
She
attack
hates
on the
it.
captain. This is with advantage because he's prone.
non-lethal.
Sure.
Dragging her feet.
With advantage. I can't even kill him.
She's swinging it like.
With advantage. 16.
16 hits.
Nice.
Roll for
There
damage.
we go.
11.
Great, 11. So the guy comes up and swing the flail, catches him, and you see him kind of
Nice.
fall on the ground.
nice.
So he's unconscious.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yes.
Tie him up and chat with him on the way back.
I would think that I would.
Just hang him next to Roy's dead body.
If I have an unconscious. That's okay. You can keep going.
You're supposed to scream at the other guy, you're
We're not
next.
letting this guy go.
You're
That's
next!
the question.
Yeah, of course.
I have incapacitated. It's not quite that, but we'll do that for now. That's close.
That's all he says.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay.
Okay, it's heavies and Orbas.
Heavy.
No, I
Great.
just did like a couple.
So the heavy next to Erland and Beezaura picks his sword back up and he's gonna swing around and go at Erland again here. Bastard. That's a 14 to hit.
That misses. Hell yeah.
You were fucking
Ducks
counting
out of the
that
way.
shit, weren't you?
And then he's gonna stay there. So the other guy, does
He has to make
He has to
take an
make-
action
to escape?
to
Okay, he's gonna try and do that. It's a strength
Yes.
saving throw. 14.
Tied.
So he's able to kind of break himself free.
Oh god.
Here he
But that was an action.
Yes.
And then he's just going to use his movement to run up to.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Okay.
Relax, guys.
That is the heavies.
Great.
Orba, you're up.
It's me. I'm going to move the hand to where the boy is.
Does that take an action to move it? Okay.
Oh no!
You can not do that if you don't want to.
Yeah, I forgot that it takes an action to move this stupid ass thing. No, I
it's
know.
not
The
like
spell is. I have opinions about the spell. Yeah. Yep. Okay. You would let me take that back? No.
If you didn't know that it was an action.
I did know. It's just been a while.
Okay.
He seemed like he was gonna let you take it back.
No, that's cheating.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna stay there. I'm gonna stay there.
Okay.
Just look him in the face.
All right.
Like
Intimidate him.
Yeah.
All right. So Leto's next. He's gonna kind of just pull as far as he can reasonably away, and then back to the top. The captain is incapacitated, which brings us to
Lights.
the lights. Great. So the one light remaining loads up his crossbow again. And he points at Beezaura and then fires at the captain on the ground.
Oh,
What a
shit.
bastard!
Oh my god.
With advantage, that hits. And you watch his breathing stop.
Oh,
Shit!
they
Wait,
knew what's up.
wasn't that disadvantage?
was-
Because he's laying down, or?
It should have been a straight roll. You're right, but it was. They both hit.
No, that worker just.
I mean, you still
And you
took
watch
that
him.
down.
You can still keep another one alive and question him.
Okay.
I'm done.
Yeah, they
That's
can
the lights.
tell when you don't kill an. Oh
We'll keep the
man.
last one alive.
Yeah, I mean, if they're incapacitated instead of dead, he's still kind of like breathing or like maybe
Okay.
rolling around a little bit. I
Keep the
mean,
last one
yeah.
alive.
Alright.
Whatever.
Oh god.
That's the only light, so it's Erland.
I'm just killing him.
Okay.
Also, a reminder because it's been a while and I just don't want people to be disappointed because Graven is not here. If you knock someone
4 hours
unconscious,
or D4.
1d4 hours if you don't heal him in some way. Yeah. So
It's a
yeah,
4-hour
okay.
ride back.
That's okay. I want to make that
Take
clear
a while
before
to
you
get
guys are like,
back,
we have to
so.
use a healing potion, but you don't have to. Okay.
Alright, guess I'm attacking this dude. Oh, wait, it's me? Yes.
Yep.
I'm attacking this guy in front of me. 14 to hit.
That hits.
Oh gosh. Oh no.
5 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Let me do my heal as well. And no. Oh, I guess I'll just use my regular old unarmed attack bonus action.
Okay.
That is 18 to hit.
That hits. Roll damage.
Can't miss.
5 bludgeoning damage.
bludgeoning
Spin and then
damage, great.
follow it up with an elbow.
Crack, and then goes in with a punch afterwards, and he's still kind of reeling from the first one, and...
Oh, hell yeah.
You died.
There we go.
Whose fault it was.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's me.
Beezaura.
How far am I from that guy?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet from that guy.
Womp womp.
Oh, because you only moved 25, right?
Little baby legs.
And then that guy?
It's gonna be more than 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 feet.
I can say, pointing at the sort of light, this guy, I'll point at him and say, I'll take that one.
Well, then where am I?
You do your thing.
Yeah, that one's like on top of Orba right now.
I guess maybe I should fucking help Orba.
You know what? I'm going after that guy.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
5,
Just
10,
fucking
15,
offer
20,
us.
25. Great.
I guess I'll take
And you can dash to get to him.
I'll wait. No problem. Fine.
No,
I'll go.
I'm just like...
I mean, you still have the action, so you can like dash to get to him, or you could hold an action, but that's only if he gets within range of you. But...
Yeah, it's okay. I'll stay there.
Okay, great.
Heavies and Orba.
Heavy's great, so the heavy swings around, not restrained, and makes an attack here. That is a 15 to hit.
Shield.
Shield. And he sort of, you can see his shock as he looks like he's lining up the hit, and then the sort of beam of energy goes out, and it sort of catches on his sword.
And Orba goes,
He gets himself ready.
How long is shield last?
You died.
Just for the round.
Oh, shit.
he's
Okay.
got +5 though. Okay.
That's him.
Sorry, remind me, is he wearing metal armor?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
This is what I should have done initially. Orba's gonna take out her hand after like blocking that blow, and she's gonna go ahead and just boop him for shocking grasp.
Great.
Okay.
Is it an attack roll?
It's a melee attack roll, yeah.
Is he vulnerable to that?
And this is the one with disadvantage if they're wearing metal? What's the... or
She
with
just wanted to
advantage
know
if
what
you're
he was
wearing...
wearing.
Is he
Yeah,
fashion?
it is with
Right. Is it,
advantage,
like-
yeah.
With advantage if
Does he
they're
look
wearing
like
metal?
he
Great.
takes care of himself, or
Get rid of that one. Don't count that one.
Always do that.
I can't find it.
So that's 23 to hit.
That hits. Roll for damage.
Okay, she takes 1d.
Orba reaches forward.
What is this?
8 damage.
Okay.
And he can't make reactions till the start of his next turn.
Okay.
And then Orba's just gonna look straight at him and just take like 10 feet of movement back.
And you watch him kind of like try to go for the attack, but he can't do it.
And then she's gonna go, Erland!
Alright.
And it's Leto.
Okay, he's gonna stay there in the corner. Back to the top. Captain's
Captain's
dead.
dead.
The light, which is up here with Beezaura, he's gonna see Beezaura. He's gonna drop the crossbow, take out a sword, and just go
good
for an
luck,
attack
bud.
here. 11 to hit.
no.
He looks at you for a second, and then you see him kind of
You got him.
run. Make an attack of opportunity for me.
Did you get that guy once? The heavy?
Twice.
Twice.
Twice?
21.
21 hits.
Oh,
Roll for
yeah.
damage.
Oh, he's running.
7.
7 damage. Great.
He running.
Great. So you kind of clip him on the way out. All right.
Should be able to get him hit.
Thrilling.
Great. I'm gonna see that guy running, and I'm gonna make towards this guy.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
And I'm gonna do a nunchaku attack on him.
Right.
How's he looking, by the way? Health? Is he looking mostly okay?
He doesn't look like he's about to collapse.
Mostly okay.
18 to hit.
18 hits. Roll for damage.
6 bludgeoning
6
damage.
bludgeoning damage. Great.
And then I'm gonna come in with my unarmed strike. Ooh, let me do my heal as well. Great. Unarmed strike. 14 to hit.
14 does not hit.
Okay.
That misses.
All right. So after hitting with an unchanku, I'll sort of like snarl to him. I'll say, "All of your friends have left. Drop the weapon." And then I'll sort of take. Oh no, I don't want him to attack my friend Orba.
It's okay.
You can squeeze him next time if he doesn't.
I'll stay engaged with him.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep, easy.
And I'll sort of very intimidatingly spinning the nunchaku in front of him.
You go.
Not hitting myself. Not hitting myself.
That guy's running away.
Yeah, he ran.
Go.
How far is he?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Because he has 30, so he ran 30 feet.
Alright.
I mean, if he ran again, you would get another attack of opportunity. That's
true. That's pretty good.
I mean, she got one on the last
Yeah.
time you tried.
Alright, fine. I'll just run over.
Yeah, do that.
Whatever.
Get up his ace.
Okay. You actually, I mean, so this is 25. You could actually go like 5, 10, 15, on the other side.
And just ask for it, basically.
Or just try and stop him from running, basically. But that's up to you.
Sir.
Hey.
Sir.
I didn't get to kill you.
So that's not on the map. Sorry.
Yeah, sure, why not?
There's
Whatever.
not enough
We
blood
made this
on my
incredibly
flail.
difficult for you.
Yeah.
Could you like scoop
Spread
the whole
out.
table?
I mean, yeah,
Really?
it's just, I mean, it's not more difficult necessarily. She's like right here.
What if you rotated it just the tiniest bit?
Oh, Leto fell off the
No,
world.
Shadow.
They're just, it's
Other
at a
way.
weird angle. Yeah.
Nobody.
That's tough.
She's right here, I promise.
Yeah, I'm there.
Yep. Leto's up.
Still
Okay,
in it.
who's up?
Has the fire spread?
It's heavy
It's like the house is burning down a lot. It's not
Yeah.
spreading a lot because there isn't a ton of like stuff to catch fire, but the house is up in
I
flames.
just run, grab my horse, and just...
Heavy's and Orba.
Heavy's great. So he sees Erland, and he kind of drops his sword,
Ooh, doggy. Yeah.
and he fires a crossbow up
no.
underneath his
Wow,
chin.
this whole
Who are
operation
these?
is
Who
so
are these
secret.
people? Indeed. What is going on?
They don't want to
They're taking some cyanide pills out here.
And he falls to the ground there. That's the heavies.
What the
You know what to do.
heck?
Look at your fucking face.
What the heck?
You successfully intimidated him into thinking he was alone.
Sweet.
Well, that didn't
Dude,
go
Orba's
well.
like ready to fight now. He's like, what? Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing I can do.
Okay.
I guess I'll just check in with Leto and make sure he's okay. Oh, actually, move me
Your
30 feet
spells
blue,
have a lot of
please.
range.
Yeah, I just realized
15, 20,
I'm a
25,
wizard.
30.
So do I have
Not a wizard.
an eye line of that guy?
No.
Okay.
With a little more movement, you would.
Can I use a dash action and use up all of it to just diagonally
15,
get
20,
closer?
25, 30. Yep.
Great.
You can
And I'm
definitely see him now.
gonna lock eyes on them and
Okay, he's
ready.
facing away from you, but
Right.
sorry.
And that's it.
Running interception there.
Give me your eyes.
It's
All right.
Leto.
Leto, he's gonna stay
Okay.
over there.
Light.
The light. Okay, he sees Beezaura run up in front of him. Goes for another attack. 14 to hit.
Nope.
And he runs. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, kind of toward the house. Kind of.
Juking us.
Dude,
Go
He
ahead
wants
and
to
give me an
set
attack of
himself
opportunity.
on fire?
yeah, do
Well, he's
not.
not like jumping. in
That
front of
is
you.
not a good way to go. Don't do that.
23.
That hits. Roll for damage.
What kind of damage?
Nice try.
9.
9 damage. As he's running, trips to the ground.
Is he unconscious?
No, he's dead.
Those
Sorry.
guys.
Beezaura,
those
go
guys.
ahead and give us your killing blow there with the last hand.
So I see him running away, and I just wind up, and I just see him go, boom, boom, and like, he thought he could get away.
Psycho.
Collapses to the ground. And that is where we are going to take a little break.
goodness.
Oh, that was a fast combat. Okay.
Yeah, wasn't too many people there.
I mean, when you get some good hits.
Cleaned up here. The house is cracked. It's up in smoke. I mean, billowing out the windows.
Yeah.
You look over and you see Leto kind of cradling Roy there. And that's
Oh
what we'll
my
pick up when we
God.
come back from the
Man,
break.
what a day.
We'll see what happens. Thank you all so much for
Nice.
joining us as always.
Oh.
We'll bring it back.
We had a couple subs, of course, just as soon as we had started. Thank you, Scholar
Thank
Grimer
you so
did a tier 1 sub, and then shortly after, Hab Maniacs, I believe, did a sub.
Thank
so
you very
thank you
much,
so much. I'm
guys.
trying to find it. Yeah.
hope
did
you
a
enjoy the show.
subscription with Brian, so thank you so much.
Come on back after the break. We still have the recap of last
Yes,
week.
5 minutes into our break video, there is a recap of what happened last episode. So if you missed it, or if you're new to the show, feel free to stick around and watch it. There's tons more on our YouTube channel recapping all of the stuff that we've done ever.
Awesome.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
We'll pick it up there when we come back. Thanks, everybody. See you on the other side.
Hey.
Oh, that was.
Chapter 66, he said she-wolf, Beezaura, Erland, and Orba's rest is interrupted by Leto, who has just returned from finding the abandoned house outside of town.
It was a massacre inside. The floorboards stained red, bodies mangled but lying orderly, not strewn about, no wounds on the arms or hands, no signs of fighting back.
But Leto's search for his husband was interrupted by the plant man mutant, who attacked Leto, stole his money pouch, and fled.
I'm not going to leave without my husband's body, and I feel like now is the best opportunity possible.
The three agree to help Leto immediately, arm themselves with their final whistle, wish Graven and Safira good luck with their evening, and ride off toward the house.
Erland, do you mind leading the way?
Alright.
Okay.
I'll give Leto. Give me a moment. I'll go very quietly to the door and try and peer in.
Great, give me a perception check. There's two men and a woman sitting up against one of the walls. Their hands down by their sides, and their heads pushed back into indentations in the wall.
They find several more brutalized corpses, all strangely picked clean of any belongings, and in the final room, Leto finds his husband long dead.
I'm sorry.
I have a bedroll attached to my horse. Wrap him up.
But as Leto retrieves his bedroll, Beezaura spots a group of riders steadily approaching the house.
We might be getting some company.
I can roll him up very quickly.
Don't we have time to go get our horses and ride off?
Hide, we should hide.
They're coming to the house, so I say we break a board out the back and hurry up.
All right.
That way we're out of the house in case we need to run to our horses.
Okay.
No?
I was going to disguise myself as somebody dead and just hide in the house.
Great. In the wardrobe, hide yourself in the wardrobe, pretend to be dead. Under the bed, pretend to be dead.
While those four bury themselves in a sea of bodies, back at Leopold's Garrison, Graven and Safira are escorted to the prison's fighting arena.
I'm telling you, boys, if there was ever a time to bet against the Chimera, it would be tonight. Goliath versus Goliath, I like it. Very primal, they fight with a lot of pride. No, it's her, actually.
I'm gonna kind of give him like a...
Come up with a name. Nobody uses their real names.
Well, I have to do my own branding now. You're supposed to be coach.
Oh my god. She-wolf, something like that.
Brilliant, yeah, that's great. That's me. I'm the she-wolf. But, be afraid.
They set eyes on the boisterous stadium, a fight already taking place, and soon after, it's Safira's turn to battle the Goliath, the Great Chimera.
You watch a person emerge forth. Small for a Goliath, but still big for a man. He has leather bracelets that fit snug around his wrists. It's Bourage. You know it. You don't know how exactly, but you know it. And he looks up to the audience and he bows. And he looks up and he connects eyes with Graven. And he smiles. And Ro is sitting next to you. And he looks to you. And down to him. What was that?
Gonna be a good fight.
Safira and Bourage square off, and between jabs, Bourage grapples Safira, sharing as much information as he possibly can.
Are you here with him?
Yes, I am.
And he pushes you off.
Do you know about the beast?
Yes, I do.
Pushes you off. What the fuck is going on down there?
What the fuck do I know?
And Roa gets up. He disappears back into the crowd.
Little Vigos gave up everything to get that creature locked up where no one could find it. Graven needs to get to Finlock Forest. If I told you I am here, Graven would try to get me out. And I can't risk that. Go north.
In general defense, they both hit.
Oh my god!
With one thunderous blow to the head as he's kind of coming up, it catches him on the chin.
Whoa.
And he backs up again.
Holy shit.
And falls forward onto the floor. And the place erupts, and you can see people sort of shaking each other and screaming. And that's where we're going to end
Who is approaching the cabin in the woods? Can Graven get a chance to speak to his old friend Bourage? Will the she-wolf be able to KO the actual Chimera? Find out next time on Tabletop Notch.
Welcome back, everybody, to A Peek Beneath the Veil, Chapter 67. We just finished up a round of combat outside of the Mycrawl den.
Ugh, it's true.
Bodies strewn about the property. Leto having pulled Roy's body away from the fire to a safe distance. And that group kind of collecting themselves as we go back to Leopold's Garrison.
Banished Roper did 500 bits before we went to break. So sorry that I missed it, but I wanted to say it out loud.
Thank
Thank you,
you
Banished
very
Roper, for 500.
That's an acceptable interruption.
And a good
The
one.
only guy. A sensible interruption.
You're led outside by this halfling man, sort of dressed in his professional attire.
Put that candy down.
Yeah, pay attention.
And the door closes behind him. And he takes off his little bowler cap and he kind of holds it in front of him. And he looks to both of you. He runs a hand quickly through his kind of thick black hair. How close are you to Beezaura? I'm not talking so much about your personal attachment. How much do you know about her business?
I would say, personally, we feel rather attached, but we don't know that much about her business.
Do you know about her collection? Collection of items.
Yes.
You're going to have to give me something or this conversation's going to be very short.
No, look, we want to know if she has a problem. Yes, we know about the collection.
Do you know who she's collecting them for?
I don't think so.
Not exactly.
She told.
No, I mean, we have a bit of a vague idea.
This man, who she's working for, he has more than one person searching for these pieces.
Okay.
Him and his buddies call them pawn chasers. It took a little while, but many of them are starting to realize that they're not the only ones in the game. And Mr. Pindle doesn't care how he gets them. It might seem like the pawn chasers are all on the same side, but they are not. The person who brings in the most pieces is going to get what they were promised, and the rest aren't going to get shit. It's not easy to find out the identity of the other pawn chasers, but it's happening here and there. And people are starting to play dirty, tripping others up, false leads, undercutting, sometimes violence, if they think they can get away with it.
How many?
More than a handful. I don't know the details, but Beezaura pissed somebody off in Tuktu.
Sounds right.
I mean, to be fair, we pissed a lot of people off in Tuktu, but...
Maybe this will refresh your memory. She took a piece, snatched it, an available one right out from under him. And he's looking to get her out of the game. Something to do with a Mr. Raz Pugh. Does that ring a bell for you?
Oh. Yes.
What is your interest in all of this?
I'm an employee of Mr. Pindle's. But more importantly than that, I am a halfling. And even more importantly than that, I owe Reyna Kiros my life. And she has a vested interest in Beezaura.
Okay.
Part of the deal that Mr. Pindle arranged is that as long as he keeps getting his pieces, he keeps your name off of the Gentle Void's most wanted list. But that doesn't mean you're off limits. It just means they aren't actively circulating your likeness. The man that Beezaura pissed off is on his way here to Leopold's Garrison, with company and a fresh warrant for her arrest.
Oh, shit. Brilliant. Right. Okay.
You could simply flee, but enough eyes are going to see it before it's tucked away that she's going to be looking over her shoulder everywhere she goes in the north. I suggest she deals with him now and saves herself the trouble.
What do you mean by deal with him? Do you mean kill him?
Would there be repercussions?
Yes,
for
obviously
killing
there
him?
would be repercussions. He's a fairly powerful man, isn't he?
No.
Not that man.
The pawn chaser.
Yes.
Would anybody...
He is a loathsome man named Darman Thori. The world will not mourn his passing. He first got in trouble with the Gentle Void for diverting money in the guild hall treasury. The funds were meant for emergency repairs due to flooding. He invested them in a slave labor mine in Tunkarikualu.
Oh, sounds like a brilliant fellow.
There's a small strip mine, an hour south and then an hour west of here. It's close to where the Tonasirka River starts to peter out. That is where he'll be. I know this because to distract him from his current objective, I had an associate of mine pose as an estate club member and offer him a piece to clear the strip mine of an uncake that was making their home there. There is no uncake, and it's only a matter of time before he realizes that. It's out of the way, not well traveled through. If there was ever a good spot to convince this man that he's doing the wrong thing, that would be it.
And this man is alone, you're sure?
No, he's with company.
With how many?
I don't know. Enough to kill an uncake. So I would guess at least 5 or 6.
Oh. Okay, well, that complicates things, obviously. I would say we could go now.
If he's in trouble with the Gentle Void, he is allowed to take bring her warrant out. Why couldn't we just flip it on him? He's also wanted.
Yes, you could. Do you have a way to describe him and make a likeness of him to post?
Well, I suppose we could stake out the area where he is with his friends, try to come up with some kind of sketch or description, I don't know.
By the time we go through all that, he'll be here from Beezaura.
That might be true.
I imagine this man took to it the same time as I did, which means that he's been at this quarry for maybe a day now. I would imagine come around noon tomorrow, probably later. He's coming to Leopold's Garrison. You have that much time to decide.
Sorry, say it again.
He was saying that the guy's probably been there for about a day now.
Yeah.
So he's gonna realize there's no uncake there after a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
The guy's estimating that come, daytime tomorrow, he's gonna just come to Leopold's Garrison, give up on the supposed uncake.
But that he is still there, supposedly.
He believes he's still there, yes. Given the sort of amount of time it would have taken to travel.
Yeah.
Well, look, to be perfectly honest with you, our friends are somewhat far away right now. I'm not sure that they're going to be able to get to him in time. Our only option might be to flee. I mean...
Where is Beezaura now? She is further north.
Further south.
They backtracked a little.
I give you this information. There's not much I can do with it other than pass it on to you.
Well, I really appreciate it. I'm sure she would too. We'll certainly keep an eye out for this fellow. I'm not sure what our options are going to be other than...
If there is any way to get in contact with Beezaura and go to this quarry before daybreak tomorrow.
That is your advice.
Yes.
Time-wise, isn't that actually impossible?
They're on their way back now.
So, but it wasn't like a 4-hour trip that they took to get out there. So they're on their way back now, but presumably they won't get back for like another 3 hours or so.
Sure.
If we went the hour south
now. Yeah.
Okay.
If we went the hour south and they did the 2.5 to 3 up, we would meet there and then we would take an hour west.
Oh shit.
Okay. So we can make it. Theoretically.
He also doesn't know exactly when the guy's coming. Like, he
Yeah.
could stay there for longer than he thinks. He's just saying, the guy's been there for a day. Eventually he's going to be like, there's no fucking on-cakes here, time to leave.
Right.
And he doesn't know exactly when that is. But
Short rest in this burning house.
I guess we just hope that he's stupid as well as mean and stays there for as long as he can.
the man takes his hat, puts it up on his head, sort of low on his brow. I need to disappear from here. I've already spoken too much, and there are people here who might recognize me.
Okay.
I have to go. I hope you do the right thing. Quickly.
Well, we said we were going to head south towards them when we were done anyway.
Yeah,
so
we gotta go.
That's the... Here we go.
I imagine we want to walk up to our rooms and get our armor and stuff back first. Yeah.
Straight up there.
Yeah.
And again... that conversation, because you just went out. It took, 10 minutes or so. You guys go back to your rooms, get your things.
Get strapped up. Get back in. South.
South.
If we see them.
And again, Donald sees you coming down, and now you have all your stuff. He's sort of, checking out.
Not yet.
Actually, Graven, should we just go ahead and check out? Get their stuff too. Just in case.
Okay, yeah, fine. Let's be quick.
They have their stuff, and I think you guys
have
would
their
know
stuff?
that, because you knew they were traveling.
Okay.
They probably still have, like, the room key or whatever.
Yeah. Just collect it.
Add it to the inventory.
Everywhere we go.
Hand in the key, and it's already paid
Little
for.
souvenir
Right?
in every place we
All
go.
right, here you go.
Takes it. Thank you for staying at Leopold's lodgings.
Thank you.
Safe trip north.
Thank you. Off to the horses are just out front because
They're in the stables. Yeah, they're just across the way. Yeah, across the thoroughfare. Right. So with the sort of light just breaking through the night a little bit, you guys slog your way over to the stables, flag down to get your horses. Give each other a quick look. Shit. You start to make your way out.
Oh gosh.
Long ass night.
Nope. Indeed.
Back at the cabin. Crackling as the fire continues to burn, smoke pouring. You see it kind of dissipating up into the air, which has started to become light. You take a look around. The bodies strewn along the floor, and you see Leto sort of holding Roy in the sack, kind of over.
Search the bodies.
I'll go over to the captain.
Sure, give me an investigation check.
I almost rolled a skittle.
S.
It's an S. Success, right?
16.
It's just a pass-fail. 16, great. So you quickly do a quick look around, not just the captain, but a couple of the people in that area as well. They really don't have a lot on them. There's some coin purses. You gather up little bits of money that they have. It looks like there's a total among the bodies of 31 gold. Kind of distributed.
Orba's right next to you while you do this, by the way.
Sleight of hand check.
No.
It's fine.
Beyond that, they don't have a lot of personal effects. It also, just from your sort of careful picking through and looking around, they don't seem to have packed for a long haul. You don't know where they're coming from, but it doesn't seem like maybe they had enough packed to come from Tuktu or something, but they're not like traveling long distance. So you notice that. There is one piece of paper that you find among the captain's body, along with a map that looks, it's not exactly the same, but it looks very similar to the one Leto had. It's a map of the area with a little kind of circled mark, like where the cabin is, basically. So you find this along with that map. I mean, you can clearly see Erland, like...
I found something on the captain. Try this spot. If there's any evidence it was there, get rid of it. Talk to Mr. McKenna at the short ports when it's done.
At the short ports?
Short ports.
And Leto hears that and he kind of pipes up. Mr. McKenna, I told you about him. He's one of the men that I asked about the Myconid distribution. He didn't have any clues for me at the time, but I spoke with him.
Oh, he was the, was he the arms? Was he the weapons expert? Kind of? No, he was the, no, that was Darrow.
No. Yeah, he didn't have it. He just said he was a distributor, yeah.
Alright.
In, coastal Navika, the ports are divided into two areas, the tall ports and the short ports. The tall ports are for larger ships. The docks go much further out into the water. Short ports are for coastal operations, not cross-sea. So, distributing or moving goods within onto Suyu, not beyond.
Tell me about this Mr. McKenna. I know you said he's a distributor. And
yes, I know very little about him. I got his name from, I think, Seesum, my boss, or my partner at the blacksmith. He knew who he was simply because he distributes Myconid products. I believe that Seesum owns a farm and he was looking for Myconid soil and other products to increase his yield.
So Mr. McKenna is not sort of, he doesn't have a notorious reputation in Navikapura.
If he does, I haven't heard it.
Were there were other horses that those guys rode, obviously. Yes. Can Orba go and search
You can.
those?
There's no bags or anything there. No, there are horses. There was a horse for each one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 5 horses.
Nice.
You have 5 saddlebags?
They do not
No.
have saddlebags. No.
While I was in the house and they came in, they took a look at the dead bodies and said, "Why is the lemonade man the only one that can control his?" Meaning the mutants.
Yes.
And then they said they don't want the Stitchers to find out.
The Stitchers?
Stitchers?
Letter, does Stitcher mean anything to you?
I'm not familiar with that now.
Like to stitch a dress? Like Stitcher? Like...
She didn't see it spelled out.
I guess, yeah.
It's like a comic book. She like saw a word.
Or from the box, she's like,
sometimes people doing British accents, I never
Is that
know
like
if there's
the
an R in
sewing
something.
kind, or what do you mean?
Okay.
I'll do southern accents in this campaign.
Yeah.
The Stitchers?
The Stitchers.
They don't know about the Stitchers. Sorry.
And they also mentioned that the worst thing that could happen is that someone would find out that they could retain some of what they knew.
Like, they have memories, they have consciousness.
I think so.
Okay.
And that was basically it until they...
Don't let the Stitchers find out, that's what they said?
That's what they said.
That creature used to be a man?
That's what it seems like,
Yeah,
yes.
that's what it sounds like.
What is it?
Nothing. You seem less unnerved by that news than me.
We've traveled the world and...
We've done more research on it, I suppose.
Yes, the whistles.
This
McKenna, does he have some sort of does he have some sort of large facility? Does he live in a house, a home? Or?
Probably. I didn't visit him at his home. I visited him at the docks.
All right.
I imagine he lives somewhere in coastal Navikapura.
Okay. I would advise, given how much you know and how much you've seen, to avoid Mr. McKenna from now on.
All right.
All right. Leto, all right.
Yes. Yes, I found Roy. I have no need to seek him out.
Will you go back to Navikapura with Roy?
Yes, of course.
Shall we start maybe securing him to one of the extra horses and making our way out, or?
I can take him with me.
Are you sure?
Yes. I'll leave it up to your judgment. Do you think it wise to be traveling with stolen horses?
Are they, like, branded in any way, or?
Definitely not branded. They have, like, spots and markings. I mean, if someone knew them well, like a random person wouldn't be like, I know that horse, but they're not, you know.
Do you think we should just leave them?
Is there some sort of is there some place where we could sell them sort of
That's what I was
secretly in Leopold's garrison? Or?
I'm sure you could sell them at Leopold's. I'm afraid that seems to be maybe a place where they're most likely to be recognized.
All right. Perhaps we leave them, Tiefling.
All right.
Or take one as an extra in case one of our horses gets hurt.
I don't know if we'll want to travel with an extra horse. I just thought it would make good gold, I suppose. All right. Well, how about we assist you? Actually, how do we feel about burning these bodies with this house?
That's a good idea. Throw them into the house.
Yeah. Okay. Let's take a moment.
All right.
He's gonna try to
Slow, but you guys make it. Push them in kind of through the doorway and stuff.
Delightful. Okay. Can we help?
Did they seem to be wearing like? Would it be weird that a mercenary would be as well armored as perhaps the captain or the heavy guys?
They weren't in extravagant armor.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't like, oh wow. Like, yes, they were clearly armed, but they weren't like lavishly or decadently armored.
May we assist you onto your horse, sir?
Yes. And he sort of takes Leto and he motions for help a little, or not Leto, Roy, and he sort of pulls up, and then he steps. So he's riding with it. He's got Roy kind of across his lap, almost a little bit forward, sort of along. It's going to be a bumpy ride, but we'll manage.
All right.
Now that you have your husband, I think you know that the Myconid trade, though accepted, does often have a dark underbelly. And I fear that we have all seen a little too much here.
Yes, I think that's possible.
If we see each other again in Navikapura, which I sincerely hope we do, we'd love to pay you a visit.
Yes, I'd love to help. I'd love to repay you for your help.
We should not speak of any of this, not even in front of your employer, not in front of friends, not if you've had too much ale.
All right, fine.
You found your husband, and leave it at that. Maybe don't even tell people that if you've buried him sufficiently. I don't know what your burying practices are.
I do plan to bury him. I would like to have a few close friends there, but...
That's fine.
All right.
Come up with a good story about where you found him, how you found him. You don't want word to get to it sounds like Mr. McKenna may know more than you like. You don't want to be embroiled. None of us want to be embroiled in this at all.
Give me a persuasion check. With advantage.
There we go.
Persuasion 14?
14. You're right. I think that's a good plan. Yes, I won't mention it.
All right. I'm sorry for your loss. And I'll sort of like put, if he's up on his horse, I'll put like just a hand on his knee or something. Give him a pat.
Are we riding back together, or would you rather I go alone?
No, we should ride together.
All right.
Yes.
I didn't know if you needed to look around or anything. It's been a long night.
None of the guys we searched had any other rock grub on them?
No.
Okay.
Sees Erland do something weird.
Rock rub chalk, I'm assuming.
Rock chalk, yeah.
Just a lot.
Oh my god.
Snackies. Did you want some of the gold? I found 31 gold. Did you want some of the gold?
No, please, compensation.
Alright, I'll give everyone 10.
Thanks.
Somebody gets an
And throw
extra.
one in the grass. For my hands.
Oh my god, stop. Alright, let's try.
Wow. This is a lot.
You shut the hell up over there.
Beezy.
How much do you owe?
1,022.
Oh, you know.
You begin to ride. By the time you leave the kind of crackling of the microl den behind, the daybreak is getting pretty fully upon you. Yellowed sky is broken up by patches of dark clouds, giving the entire landscape this kind of hazy glow. And by the time you've reconnected with the main road back to Leopold's, you see that a bit of traffic has returned, mostly coming in the opposite direction. People coming from the Garrison who were looking to get a very early start on their journey south. Leto's mood is somber, but he holds his head high. Nothing that can be said or done will heal the hurt of Roy's passing, but it's a small bit of solace to finally turn the back cover on this dark chapter in his life that seemed like it might never close. The time goes by slowly. And both the exhaustion of staying up through the night plus the stress of the encounter at the microl den, it's cast this kind of malaise over the group, everybody just kind of riding along. I will turn to Graven and Safira briefly. Was your plan to... one thing I meant to say, give me a perception check, both of you.
Oh, brother.
Did you leave the bandana? Is that what you left, Jordan?
Yes. 15.
At the main road.
6. You notice as you're kind of checking in your belongings, making sure you have everything ready to go, getting up on the horse, you feel a little crinkle in your pocket. And you reach down, and it looks like
He slipped you a note.
he may have deposited a small note in your pocket
Sneaky fucker.
which as he passed.
The halfling.
The name guy?
Yes.
The name guy.
And I'm gonna kind of pull it out. Directions from our friend.
Good, because
I know I completely forgot
hard
to.
to-
Yeah, no, it was a little bit.
spoke quickly.
He really did. We're on the path now,
Yes,
right?
you guys are
And
riding.
I'm assuming
Yep.
it's pretty barren, like no one else is out. about.
Here and there, but yes, you can have a conversation easily without
There was-
Describes the more detail about the hour south and hour west, yes?
It describes exactly how to get there. It's actually quite specific. Buraj had one more thing that he wanted me to tell you that I didn't convey. When you get north, there's a contact apparently that your family has, the Elvigos, in Wamparani Na. His name is Pockets? Does that mean anything to you? He said you should find him.
Did.
He said it was important that you find this guy Pockets in
Pockets.
Wamparani Na. Is Pockets a name? Am I misreading that? Because I've been thinking about it a lot, and I'm worried that maybe I've got the wrong information.
You just
somehow.
checked your pockets and had a note in it.
No, but
She's like, unrelated.
Now we're just getting on a pocket.
Just made me think of it. Pocket. Took it out of my pocket. Thought of pocket.
Now everything's associated with pockets.
So I go to Navikapura, I put my hands in my pockets.
No, that's...
I will... That'll be the first thing I do.
I mean, I imagine you'll want to talk to this guy before you head to Finlock Forest. I'm assuming he'll...
You said my family name in a plural like that. It's not even something I've ever even imagined could... It's overwhelming. I didn't think there were any more. So yes, I will look into it as soon as we get there.
Okay. Whatever you need.
But for now, where does it say to turn west?
On the west bank of the road, two small gnarled trees are sprouting from a rocky surface and have grown intertwined. Ride due west from here.
Well, do we keep going south until we find them, and then come back north again?
So it seems like...
That's where you would go off the road. That's what it's saying, yeah. So.
Then we leave the road, then we're going to see a hill rising up sharply in front of us, and then we're going to take the path left around the hill, and then apparently it's going to get rocky, and we're going to see a small abandoned stone watchtower, sorry. That's totally different things. And then we're going to head slightly to the southwest, and hopefully we'll reach the mine in less than 10 minutes. Very specific. Yeah.
Do we continue south and try to meet up with them, or do we leave a marking?
I think we should, I think if we're gonna possibly head into an ambush with 5 or 6 other people, we should have a full party.
Aren't we the ambush?
No, but yes, obviously.
Didn't we say that last time too?
Yeah, I mean, if everything goes to plan, we would be the ambush, but if it didn't, then we're, severely outnumbered. So I'd rather not be that.
We continue south then?
Yeah.
And explain ourselves when we come back to north.
I guess.
Again.
Yeah.
Continue to ride. Give me perception checks at your riding south.
Please be better.
10. Okay. Given the exact precise description, you ride along and you keep kind of a sharp eye out for this first marker, knowing that you're going to kind of pass beyond it and reconnect with the rest of the group. You keep an eye out, humid air. And as you're moving along, there's this kind of, just over an hour south of Leopold's, there's 2 trees that look like they're kind of jutting out from a rock that's maybe 50 feet off the road, kind of grown intertwined. They're grown so tightly wound in such a way that you might almost mistake it for just one kind of knotted tree if you weren't looking for it. So you kind of keep a careful eye out, and then you look at the base of the tree where the roots kind of spread out, almost like a wishbone that's being pulled at the bottom, and you take a look at it, and you seem to think that that's a pretty accurate description of what you were looking for.
Definitely be able to recognize it on the way past again, I think.
Yeah.
And you continue your ride south. And both groups kind of slowly, methodically, through the early morning here. And at one point, Graven kind of looks up, and in the distance you see 4 riders. Leto, with a sort of large bedroll kind of draped across his lap, and then the other 3 of them.
Kind of signal for them to stop.
You guys see her wave. They're on the road.
To stop?
Well, I mean, would stop will come to you.
Oh.
Stop where you are. Well, at least one of you looks pretty rough.
Yeah, what happened?
I'm doing okay.
Did you win your fight?
Yeah. Actually, yeah, we did. We've got some news that we'll probably want to say in privacy.
We should continue north.
All right.
Okay.
We have possibly a new task.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh. Okay.
Would you rather I ride ahead?
We can stay with you until I assume we need to
I'd rather
part
you were
ways.
protected.
All right. And the group kind of moves along. And with these kind of thoughts of taking care of business on your mind, you ride along. And for Erland, Beezaura, and Orba especially, the large chunk of extra time that you spent riding into the night is causing some kind of enduring discomfort in your thighs, glutes, saddle soreness setting in. As you continue to try and kind of find comfortable positions atop the horse.
Sounds so uncomfortable.
It is.
There's this kind of ripple effect among the group each time you like see an upcoming cluster of trees as Graven kind of looks thinking it's the one, and then people sit up and then kind of back down.
Oh no.
Everyone's sitting up to get a better look. And you get further and further, and finally you see those two trees now coming up on your left. Those two split at the bottom trees coming up. And Leto, he's kind of riding, maybe not in front, but one of the front people, and he's not looking for anything, he doesn't stop. And you guys kind of slow, and he gets in front a little bit, and then he turns his horse kind of a little bit.
This may be where we leave you.
Is that alright?
Of course. I cannot thank you enough for what you've done. You weren't here when I spoke with the others, but if there's anything I can do to help in Vikapura at all, please.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
You fared well.
Thank you.
Glad you have your husband.
Hopefully we'll see you soon.
Safe travels.
Do you have an address? Did we already get that?
Yes, he did.
He gave us the location.
I can give it to you all at the moment. He lives in Uthal, which is in Navika Middle West. Uthal. He said it was behind the church, beside the river.
Behind church, beside river.
Yep.
Okay.
Sounds like a musical theater song.
Middle West and Wamparani-Na. Wamparani-Na is the coast.
That's coastal Navikapura, yes.
So that's not next to it, it's...
There's another one in between.
There's another one in between.
Yep. There's Navika West, Middle East, coastal Navikapura.
Safe travels.
He nods. Begins the slow trek for the additional hour back to Leopold.
Okay.
Beezaura.
How are we feeling? Just generally, how are we feeling?
Tired.
Stinky.
Okay, because we might be going into a
Shout him
fight.
out there. Tired, stinky. I love it. Tired and stinky.
This is going to be a decision for Beezaura, I think.
Yeah.
Oh.
Does the name Thori mean anything to you?
It doesn't.
No.
And what about the name... I don't know, I want to say Pit... Help me.
Mr. Pendle?
No.
Yes.
Oh, the strange one, yes. Someone, a halfling,
He seemed to know you. He described you quite accurately.
Okay.
associate of Pendle, indebted to Reina Kiros.
Okay.
He came offering information, not offering, he came with information. There is another pawn chaser working for Pendle.
And he might be trying to kill you.
He is trying to take you out of the game, whether that is death or being arrested. He is about an hour's ride west of here from this spot. The idea being,
where we are.
he knows
Well,
which
he
way
knows-
we are headed.
Yeah. He's gonna catch up to us, or we're gonna outrun him, or we're gonna have to kill him. There are really only a few options here.
Right now, he is on a fake pawn task. The halfling, the fancy halfling with the strange name, sent him to a mine.
Strip mine.
Strip
Yeah.
mine.
It's
yes.
above ground.
In search of an ankeg, but it is not there. The idea being we could ambush them, but there might be 5 or 6 of them. The alternative is that we flee, but you will be looking behind you. You will be pursued.
More than I already am.
Well,
More
the problem is
closely.
that he's got a warrant, so if he catches up to you, it's not just going to be him pursuing you, it's going to be the whole Gentle Void.
I mean, just to clarify, again, you know this because Pendle told you about it. Pendle has sort of taken your wanted thing out of circulation for the time being while you're working for him, but the idea being that if a fresh warrant goes out, he can't stop that from happening, so...
Did he say why he was after me specifically?
Why this pawn chaser?
I imagine just because, well, what he did say was, there's only one person who wins this game, right? It's the person who gets the most pieces and brings them to your master, wins.
Only one of you gets what they want,
And
and
that's-
you managed to take one right out from under this person from Raspew.
Which means that they obviously,
He's not
want
happy.
you dead and want to collect your pieces so that they can win the
So
game.
wait, if we kill this man, do we get his pieces?
Yeah, I mean, yes, you get everything. Well, if we kill him, I'm assuming we
kill
get
him.
access to all of his items.
I'll say this. Yes, he'll be taken out of the game. Do you keep pieces on you, or do you send them off as soon as you get them? He may not have any pieces on him.
Oh.
That's true.
It's a mixture of both, I guess. I mean, I have some now because I haven't had ways to send them. But one is on their way. Well, I know it put the rest of you in an inconvenience.
It's been a long night. Looks like even more so for you three. So we could try
We
to.
might need to try to rest, I suppose, before we... I mean, you can do what you want, Beezaura. That would... honestly, having the whole Gentle Void after a member in our party might be hugely inconvenient, if not impossible to... I mean, it would be a hindrance, a real hindrance. It might be less of a hindrance to just kill him.
That's what I was going to say.
Right, sorry.
Saying it would be an inconvenience to hold you up to get
If we're about
north, but
to fight, we should take a brief rest.
This
What
is what
was
I'm
she
saying.
going to say? Let the halfling speak.
God.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying I would like to go and pursue him and his associates, but I do think we do need a short rest before we all do that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
The problem being, he might be on his way to the garrison by the time we are done a rest. So we could try and rest, set watches, and try to ambush him on the road.
We do...
Or we go straight there now.
Yeah.
Let's go fuck him up.
Well,
Tiefling.
The benefit that we have if we go in now is that we likely do know their position, so we probably will be able to ambush them if we're lucky. But if we ambush them on the road, while it's a little bit more of a gamble to know exactly where they're going to be, we will be more in shape to fight them.
How is everyone feeling?
I mean, we're all right.
I know we're tired, but
I would also say, if you're talking about on the road, there's already people moving back and forth.
Right.
You could be having a fight. I mean, it's
Like
only
in
going to get
public,
busier as the
right.
day goes on. You could be off the path, but if you're on the road,
Yeah.
people are going to be coming by. Like,
Perhaps I'm healthy, but I would. If we were to rest, I could sort of channel my energies.
You'd like an hour, Erland. I
But
think
perhaps
is
if
what you're
we
saying.
ride to this place of ambush, and then sort of like you said, set up watches just for an hour,
Scout it out.
and we can scout it out. And if they do leave, so be it. We fight them there. If we are able to take an hour rest, then that would be a massive help.
so
The
head
quicker
there
we start,
first.
the better.
Yeah, let's go.
What are the odds that this terrain would have... also, I don't know what a strip mine is. What is a strip mine?
a strip mine is just a surface mine, as opposed to digging tunnels and shafts. You're literally just mining away layers of the earth, so it's open. It's like open air.
But it could be, like a valley? Like there
It
could
probably
be-
is, yes. It's like a
Okay.
pit. Yeah, it's like a pit that you keep mining around the edge as you go further and further down, but it's, open on top.
Okay,
It's like open
and
air mine.
Is this terrain like terribly hilly? Like, could we get like a high ground bird's eye view, or?
Where you are currently, it's hilly. It's not really high.
No,
you don't
like-
know what it's going to be like right there.
Right.
You're not
Okay.
there yet,
Yeah.
but
Just curious.
yeah, you're in kind of a hilly kind of
Okay.
savanna type terrain.
So we work our way there and then
Yeah.
scope it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Do you need a little healing, or are you?
No, health-wise, I'm fine. It's I would need to channel my energies to be useful in combat again.
Right. Alright, let's go. Safira, you lead the way.
Okay. I'm kind of pulling out the note and like...
You guys peel off of the main. I do need glasses.
Safira's like, I don't
So next time we get to town, make sure I go see an optometrist.
see an eye doctor.
Orba's gonna give Graven his whistle back.
Oh,
Okay.
We never found that other fucking whistle.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, you did.
We did.
Yeah.
Oh, we did find that whistle. Oh!
did he give it back?
Huzzah!
Yes, he was with Beezaura.
Yeah.
He pulled it out of that, or Beezaura helped him pull
Yeah.
it out.
Oh,
of
right.
that.
So you have it now, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Sick.
You guys head due west, straying from the road, but enjoying the fact that the hills surrounding the garrison are mostly pretty mild. The soil's pretty soft. Even without a defined path, you have that kind of soft earth, steady gradient underfoot. The clumps of trees and rocks that do pop up, they're easily circumvented. And after some time, the eye line back to the main road does get obscured. So you get away from where, someone who's just traveling along the road would be able to easily spot you kind of along the horizon. You follow the flattest ground, and you watch as promised. You see a kind of landmass jutting out sharply in front of you as you get closer and closer to it. It's more like a crag than a hill, steep enough that it would almost certainly require some kind of climbing to scale. But after the steep sides, it kind of rounds off at the top, so it kind of has this hill quality from a distance, kind of a little domed rock almost. At this point, I need everybody to make Constitution saving throws for their tiredness.
Oh god.
We sleepy baby.
Everyone is going to... Graven makes his with advantage, because you're the only one who haven't been in a fight tonight.
Hey!
Hey.
Just with my own mind.
Oh gosh.
Con save.
That's not good.
Hey.
7.
19.
12.
2.
Sorry, you three again?
7.
7.
18.
12.
12.
18.
18. Everyone who got under 10, I should have said that at the beginning, suffers 1 point of exhaustion.
Okay.
You have disadvantage on any ability checks.
Jeez.
On any ability checks.
Ability checks, not
No, I got
attack
12.
rolls.
Okay.
No, these two I said.
Disadvantage.
Yeah.
Is there
Disadvantage on
a
ability
spot on the character sheet for exhaustion or no?
I think so.
I just have to remember.
I
That's
just
helpful.
always stick stuff under my senses down there. 'Cause there's
Oh, there's weapons. I'll do that.
So you see that kind of hill that was mentioned in the note, sort of next mark.
Oh boy.
Safira is the first one, kind of
Not the
moving away
hill,
with the note.
exhaustion part.
Sees the hill.
Yeah. So you guys stopping here, you continuing left as the note said. Sorry.
Well, we can either continue left, take a quick break. I don't see anyone. Can we kind of look around and see if I can't scope
Yeah, it's
around
supposed
the
to be
hill?
just minutes from here, right?
Yeah.
No. You haven't reached the watchtower yet,
okay.
which is the next landmark, and then it said it was 2 minutes from the watchtower.
From the watchtower.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I
So
suppose
you've got
we
one
should
more landmark before.
keep going to the watchtower.
I think that's the best.
Okay.
All right. You take a left. You venture forth. The ground slowly hardens. Sporadic bits of rock that kind of peek out up underneath the grass grow more and more numerous around you until it becomes kind of the dominant terrain, the grass kind of giving way to this rocky terrain. Your horse's hooves start to get louder as they're moving across the rock, and you're starting to slope down just a little bit when you start to see Stone Watchtower on your left. At this point, it's completely non-functional. One of its side has crumbled, so the interior is fully visible. And the flooring on the second level has collapsed, so any attempt to kind of reach a vantage point, you'd basically just be climbing a pile of rubble at this point. It's long not used. Knowing that the quarry is the next stop, it's about here where, sound and stealth start to become a factor if you were to venture beyond this point. So you see this landmark.
Look, I think if we're gonna drop our horses off anywhere, it should be here.
Around the back, yeah.
And I think if someone's gonna climb up or try to climb up and get a vantage point, I don't know. Can I look at it and see how dangerous? Can I?
I mean, it's like a big pile of rubble. It looks climbable. You might kind of slip and, but it's.
Look, I
You've
think it
climbed
might
worse.
be worth it just so that we can have an idea of where these guys are. If I try to go up there, try to see if I can't see them, we tie our horses up here, and then we should be only 10 minutes away.
Does it make more noise if you make a mistake going up there than it does to just creep along the path a little more?
I mean, I don't think more noise than all of our horses.
I mean, you clocked pretty good coming up to this tower. Yeah.
All right.
So I'm gonna
Clocked pretty good.
kind of hop off my horse,
If the three of you want to just sit down now, and we'll.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Are you exhausted?
No.
Hell yeah. Sorry, wow.
Spyglass?
Kellen just had a conversation.
He looks up and he's like, you don't look.
You're fine.
Safira, spyglass? Do you want that?
Oh yeah, cheers, thanks. I'm gonna kind of tuck it so that I can have my full faculties climbing, but
I'll start resting. I'll sort of sit down and meditate.
Who's taking a short rest here or starting their short rest?
I guess I will.
I'll try.
Okay.
It's only
Give me a
short rest.
acrobatics check.
I can't do
Oh
it.
god, you were asking me. I was like, to fucking rest.
Did you take my damage?
yeah, you need to be. Oh, natural 20!
Natural 20. So you get up, you sort of climb, and you're looking out for sort of stable footing, hop to one, and then the other, and finally you're able to kind of reach up to that second level I talked about, and you give it a pull at first, and it seems solid enough that it's not going to kind of collapse, and you pull yourself up.
And then as soon as I'm kind of up there, I'm gonna take the spyglass out.
Give me, with advantage, a perception check.
Okay, well,
15.
15, great. So you kind of scan the horizon a little bit. There's some kind of foliage trees in your way, but it's decently clear for a good distance. And it looks like after a little while, you can see the terrain kind of drop off. And from here, it kind of looks like a cliff drop, but if you know about, what a surface mine kind of looks like, it's kind of like levels as it kind of slopes down from that point. You're also able to see from this point that it looks like they came pretty prepared.
Shit.
And by that I mean, you see an empty wagon kind of near the edge of this mine. But it's the wagon itself is in contrast to, there's a number of kind of wooden barricades on wheels.
Oh my god.
And having seen sort of these types of mines before, these look like they were part of the mine. Okay. These barricades would be kind of rolled into place to keep rubble and things from sort of causing an avalanche in the mine. They would kind of be put into place, you wait for the rock to settle, and then you can move the barricades after that. So a number of these barricades were left behind. Like you can see the wood is very old, it's cracking, it's dry. Some of these things have fallen apart kind of on their sides. The wagon, in contrast, looks in good shape. It looks like recently this wagon came, so you think maybe they brought a wagon with them. And confirming that suspicion, you see a man standing at some kind of device that looks to you like it might be a scorpion, which is a small portable ballista, basically, that you can, and the wagon, you can kind of take it apart and then like take all the pieces out and assemble them. So you see a man, he's not like holding it ready to shoot, but he's standing nearby and he's got this kind of torsion-powered little scorpion, bolt thrower, basically, that's pointing down towards the pit, not towards the path, or path.
Okay.
So you're able to see that.
Can I catch a ballista?
You cannot catch a ballista. I just see that one guy.
That's the only one you can see from here, yes.
Okay. And if I look
if you got closer, you might be able to see more, but that's all you can see from here.
Okay.
What's the tree situation?
Sparse but existing.
Okay.
Yeah, like
there's a number of those barricades, like dozens of them. I mean, or a dozen of them.
Up at the top there.
Near the scattered coming up to the edge. So yeah, I mean, there's those to duck behind when you get closer, and then some trees in the lead up to that.
Okay, I'm gonna climb down. Okay, so bad news. They're very well prepared. They came with a scorpion. It's a giant ballista. It's pointed down right now towards the pit. But also there are barricades. It's actually not a bad position for them to be in. I don't know exactly.
How many did you see?
Just one, but I'm sure there are more. There's a wagon, so I'm assuming that he came with his friends and set up this ballista, and they're waiting for this Ankhed that's never gonna arrive.
If we can get him away from it, do you think we could sabotage the whole wagon and ballista? Or push it into the
that's
mine?
an idea. I think, really, if we're gonna have a strategy, the strategy would be to lure this guy away, get control of the ballista, get behind the barricades, and, wipe these guys out.
I'd love to know their numbers first.
I know, me too.
Do we try to get closer while they rest?
Let's assume the worst. Let's assume 6, 7. And if it's only 5, then we get off lucky.
Where are the other people?
I don't know. I'm kind of assuming that they might be in the pit, considering they've got the ballista pointed down there. I'm thinking that's where they were told the end keg was going to be, so I'm assuming that's where they're going to aim their defenses. If we can distract this guy, kill him, whatever we need to do, then we get a hold of their ballista, park ourselves behind those barricades, and they're inside that pit. They're pretty well done. I mean, fucked. So...
Do strip mines have tunnels going out of it too?
They usually have ramps around the exterior, so you can walk your way down. There's usually a ramp. Yeah.
Am I the only one curious? If you're going to bring a ballista and there's no channels underground for this structure, why would you send men down into it?
Maybe they set up along stations as they go to
along the edges
relay.
Of the inside?
Yeah, I don't know.
Suspicious.
Get a closer look.
Okay. Because they could just be elsewhere.
So when we're approaching on foot, we have to be careful. There's not that much cover. There are some trees around, so we're going to have to be, as quiet and careful as we can be. And I think, Graven, I don't think it's a bad idea at all to try to draw this guy out. We should think about how we want to do that before we do it. But if we can get him alone, away from where he could signal to his friends...
What?
Or we just have to kill him in one shot.
if you were on watch, and what would lure you away? Not alert your friends.
I think nothing. I think it would be stupid to do that. So I think we're gonna have to kill him in one shot.
Maybe a bear or
a bear. Why would that lure you away?
But then wouldn't you just go, "Hey friends, there's a bear. Come help me kill it."
No. Look.
What if there was like a sexy lady?
Sexy ladies?
You wouldn't tell your friends about the sexy lady.
Why would a sexy lady be out in the strip mine?
Well, I don't know. I was just trying to give an
Thought
example.
it was a strip club?
Like, sorry, did I arrive at the wrong place?
I don't know why she's southern.
You know what I'm getting at, though, right? Is there?
You'd like to
I know.
change yourself
sexy
into a
lady.
sexy lady.
No, I cannot do this.
Okay, look.
I physically could, but I'm sure my execution would be poor.
What we could also do is we could also get to a point where this guy can't see us and we could all attack him at once. Or at least a few of us could fire a ranged attack at once.
Yeah.
You can make yourself look like a child, a lost child.
That I could probably do.
Start running in the other direction.
What if he doesn't
It's
care
not a
about
bad idea.
kids?
Who doesn't care about kids?
A lot of people
I'm
don't
sure.
care
No,
about
I'm
kids.
sure, but there's.
Can you make it look like you're holding a bunch of gold or something?
A kid like flipping a gold piece?
Bags of gold and
Come get
dirt?
me, buddy.
That seems.
That's almost too good to
To me, that seems a
Oh, small child with 2 enormous bags of gold. Easy money, you reckon?
That's pretty distracting.
I think if someone, we would know that was
like
a trap.
cracks an eye while he's meditating.
Well, yes, like a baby holding gold, that's a trap.
Okay, not a baby.
A baby
But-
holding Orba transfer.
We don't have to use that idea, but I'm just saying, if there's a way to lure him away that isn't...
Again, I don't know why nobody likes the idea of just
Running up behind him and clapping a hand on his
no.
mouth.
I mean, no, I'm not even saying running up behind him. I'm saying we've got ranged attacks. Why don't we all hit him at once?
Well,
just try to wipe him out.
He's at the edge of the thing. What if it falls into the thing when you kill him?
Well, then, either way, we get the control of the ballista.
That's true. That's true.
So if we can knock him into the pit, that's actually the game plan, right? We want to knock them all into the pit, stay above the pit, and fire down.
How close to the edge do you think he was?
I don't know
It's a little hard to gauge. I mean, the ballista has to be on pretty solid ground. He might be 5-10 feet from the
He's not too far. I mean,
feet.
you know.
Focus all our fire.
Including the ballista that's in front of him, probably 10 feet from the pit.
So is that the plan? Are we just gonna?
We've got. I mean, who knows what's going to happen in the next hour while we meditate? They could change their positioning.
Well, I'm gonna go back up there then and watch them for the next hour.
All right.
So I'm gonna try to climb back up.
You climb back up. You know the way.
Okay.
Now that you've
Failed
found
the
all the...
second
you're like, why did I climb a different way then? I know how to get up there.
I'm gonna and just kind of.
So it's a group waiting here?
So we did a short rest, correct?
No.
We're in the-
I'm saying, are you waiting for the short rest?
Yeah.
Like 5 minutes have passed at this point.
Yeah,
We're all done, right?
I'm gonna kind of call down, like, quietly. I'll tell you if anything changes, but for now we should just rest.
Please do.
So I'm gonna stay up there watching.
Okay, great. Give me a perception check with advantage as you're up there. The rest is sort of moving along.
Oh, 9.
9.
You are so
Safira keeps an eye out.
No, Safira needs glasses!
And some time passes by, maybe 15 minutes. And the man at the edge, the one you can still see, who's, again, he's not sort of armed at the thing, he's sort of looking over a little bit. At one point you see him kind of look over the edge and then cover his ears. And you hear, and there's a flash of light. And he uncovers his ears and
Kinda
kind of
like-
looks down. And he crosses his arms. And he kind of waits.
I'm gonna kind of look down, like, and quietly again, but, like, there was some kind of explosion in the mine. I guess it's still active.
He's still just standing there waiting?
He's standing there. He seemed resigned after the explosion. He seemed kind of disappointed.
You don't think that they're just trying to agitate the ground so that the uncake comes out?
I mean, maybe that's
exactly
maybe
what
that's why
happened
he,
in
leaned back and crossed his arms, like, well, I guess it's not fucking coming. I don't know. I mean, I guess we keep waiting, and I'm gonna keep.
Keep watching. Another 15 minutes go by. Another flash of light echoes out.
I'm gonna.
He's still just waiting.
He's still waiting. I don't know how much longer. Look, they're obviously doing this to try to draw something out. Here's what I think.
It means they're still trying, though.
Yes,
They haven't
we
given
wait. We wait until the next explosion, and then we move. We can move under. We can start to move closer to them.
up. This one needs more time, I think.
I know, but we're gonna run out of time. If they come back this way, if
We've
they start
waited this
making
long
the way.
already.
All right.
She waits another 15 minutes.
I'm nervous.
So now you've got 10 minutes left on this.
And it's still, he's still just...
You see him kind of pacing back and forth a little bit. Each time before it happens, not like in reaction to it, you see him.
He's ready, yeah.
Sort of waiting.
I said we wait until Erland's ready.
Okay.
Another bit of time passes. The short rest finishes.
Okay, thank God.
Go
Let's
ahead and
go.
take your short rest.
Oh!
When you roll 4D, when you roll your hit dice,
Yep.
you add what to it?
Your Constitution modifier.
The regular, the one on
The
the
big
side.
number. Yep. Big.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And you can do one at a time. You
Right,
Yeah,
right,
you
right.
You have to keep temporary HP on a short rest?
I believe you do. I think long rest is when it goes away.
Oh, yeah. Got my key points back. Useful again.
Hey, look at you.
Short rest doesn't do anything for your sepsis, does it?
That's a bummer.
They do not stay.
They don't stay?
No.
Did you gain any hit points then?
No.
I'm just gonna go for it. Might as well just.
You get 2 back on a long rest.
Sure.
So.
Might as well just.
Oh!
Negative
Max
5
roll? I can't even get that many.
She just got a max roll. Jeez.
This, did you buy loaded dice?
And I didn't even need it.
Yes.
I only needed 4 more.
You could have just kept that quiet.
Sorry.
I might take my thing back there.
Which thing? What thing?
That he might get to keep the temp HP.
Unless the feature has a duration, some of them specify, and I don't think Beezaura's does. You do get to keep them until a long rest.
Yay!
Oh, yeah.
Some of them say it only lasts for 5 minutes or whatever, but if
Sick.
it doesn't specify,
No.
you get to keep them.
The other thing lasted. It only lasted for 1 round, but that was only
Great.
for me.
There you go.
Erland sort of sitting in a meditative pose, opens his eyes. Any word?
No, just explosions.
Even in your meditation, like
I would
back,
hear- I
you
would
would have
hear
heard.
that.
Yes, you heard that echoing.
There still seems to be just one man at the edge with a mounted ballista.
And
If we all attack him at once, we may be able to take that from him.
Yeah.
Or take control of it.
Didn't one just... perhaps... what if one of us snuck in and just... took him off of the ballista?
well,
Then
what
there's
I'm
a chance
worried
of
is
him
that
making-
There's a chance we're going to make noise if we start attacking him.
what I
That's it.
look.
He gets hit by an arrow.
If he gets hit by all of us at
What was
once,
that?
it's
That was
unlikely.
me making a quiet yell so they don't hear me.
Look, if he gets hit by all of us at once to the point that he's incapacitated, it's easy enough for us to take the ballista. If only one of us goes in, it's unlikely you're going to be able to incapacitate him, but you're definitely going to signal to all of his friends that someone's here.
Let's blow this guy up.
Let's go.
So it's going to be, look, who has range? I can attack him, you can attack him, you can attack him. We're all going to do it at once, right?
And you two get your running feet on.
Yeah, because then you're gonna have to take over the ballista.
Yes, all right. I'll take over. You're more useful in combat. I'm less useful, so I'll take the
I feel
ballista.
like I'm useless at this point right now. I will just run towards it.
You also, the two of you, have temporarily staved off your exhaustion.
Yay!
That may come back soon.
Oh,
but
short rest?
it doesn't. The exhaustion doesn't
Right.
go. You've given yourself enough of a breather that you're not feeling the effects, but you may soon make another Constitution save to determine. But yes, right now you are not feeling the effects of it.
Okay, stealth check, baby.
The only thing is we still don't know their true numbers. But we will assume 6 or 7, as Safira said.
At this point, I guess we're taking our
I hope the
chances.
ballista is well loaded, I suppose.
Alright, tie up the horses and let's go.
Here we go.
Is there anything on my horse?
Make sure you have everything you want.
Yikes, yikes.
Oh! Safira! I also have a vial of drow poison.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you have time to shoot arrows, do the where you boop the thing and now it's a fancy
I
thing.
can do that. Yeah, I can definitely do that.
You can do that?
Yes, I can.
Well, here you go. And I'll give her my
Cheers.
vial of
Oh,
drow
that
poison.
knocks him out.
Yeah.
On a fail.
On a fail.
On a fail.
I
shit.
can, strap
That
the
shit.
great axe to my back and like carry my mace.
Assuming you have the space for it. Remember that only one worn weapon doesn't count towards your slots.
Oh yeah. Oh, I have plenty of
Okay,
slots.
then yes, you can.
You have to.
It's just heavy.
But I would have to sit and do that. I would have to do that right now, right?
Apply the poison.
Yeah.
Yes.
And does it take like a second?
Yes, I think it. You can apply it quickly. I think it's just an action to apply the poison.
Okay, and how many arrows would I get then with?
I think just one.
Just one?
Like
Okay.
for one dose of it. Yes, I will
fucking
check that.
It goes into the pit like.
Oh my
Guys, just like.
Yes, drow poison. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay. Okay. That makes me
Like,
so
you
nervous.
You could either use that on the ballista men or people in the pit that we'd have to deal with afterward.
I think it's safest to use it on the ballista man.
Speaking of people in the pit, there's a good chance that they might be able to fight us with explosives. So watch out for that.
I think at all costs we stay out of the pit.
Yeah, please.
Shit. I'm just looking up the poisons real quick to see if there's anything different.
Okie doke.
And I got whole turtle bow equipped.
Oh, full turtle mode?
Oh my god.
3 pieces of ammunition. That's what I was
Lies in
wondering.
the
3 pieces
background.
of ammunition can
Oh,
be
yeah.
coated.
Oh, okay.
Got 3 shots.
All right.
And it lasts for 1 minute before it dries.
Okay.
So a combat, yeah.
Okay, so I have to choose. I have to do it like right before I'm gonna shoot.
It takes an action, so it's pretty quick. It only takes a few seconds to dip it in, make sure it kind of absorbs it a little bit, but then it only lasts a minute after you've applied it.
Okay.
But that's 10 turns. So if you want to apply it like right before combat starts.
No, that's what I mean.
Yeah. So you don't have to use your action.
Yeah.
Cool.
And if I had the axe on my back, it's an action to swap from like the mace in my hand to that.
It
but could I
is.
like drop the mace?
But you'd have to drop your mace and your shield for a two-handed
right,
axe.
it's two-handed, yeah.
But yes, it would not take an action to throw and then grab your stuff, but then you wouldn't have it. Yep.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, I'll strap it on.
Okay.
Are we ready?
Ready.
As ready as we'll ever be.
Traveling on foot and with caution, it's maybe just a couple of minutes before you get to the edge of this mine up here. It starts to come into view a little bit, even no longer using the spyglass, just with the naked eye. At a bit of distance, you see that sort of, it looks like a clean cut into the rock, but as you get closer, you can see that the descent is a little more gradual than that. Layers and layers dug into over time. A whitish sandstone that's kind of flecked with pink, it sparkles in the daylight. And as Safira saw in the area leading up to the mine, the pit itself, there's a dozen or more of these sort of tall wooden barricades, and they're on wheels. The wheels, maybe some of them don't look so functional, but they would be rolled and fitted into place along the walls until the rock and sand could be settled so you didn't trigger some kind of rock slide or something to that effect. They're long out of use now, scattered, purposeless along the edge of the mine, and I need everybody to make stealth checks for me.
Oh, because that went so well last time.
12.
6.
9.
24.
10.
Guys!
It's not good.
Group moves along, and there's no getting away from the crunching underfoot of your boots. It's rocky, the gravel kind of... Especially Graven, like just the extra weight you're carrying, it's making a little bit of noise. Luckily, you do hear one more...
There we go.
Hear a little bit of the sort of sand moving around, rocks trickling down the edges of the mine. And you start to get a little bit closer, and we'll give you guys a visual here.
Yes, give us a visual, please. Oops, you alright?
Yep.
Whack him something.
He just goes down.
While we're doing this
please.
scene change, Schologrammer just did 300 bits. Thank you so much, Schala. You're on fire. Thank you.
Here's the...
So lovely.
Oh shit!
Whoa!
Whoa! Oh my god, you guys.
Is that snow?
White
It's like
sand.
white sandstone.
Oh
And
shit.
here's the mine.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
This
Do
is
not fall
very
in the
large.
pit. Do not fall. No
this
one
to
is falling
scale?
in the pit. Everyone, no one is
Let
allowed
me
to fall in the pit.
let me back this camera up just a little.
Back that thing up.
What, 5, 10, 15, 20
You're gonna be the
foot drop?
pigeon.
Did I get...
Yeah.
You can back a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good, that's good.
Oh my god.
20
We
foot drop?
scooch it. Yeah.
Yep. So you guys are coming from this way, up here.
Okay. North on the camera.
Yep. So, what you see as you're kind of approaching, as I said, a number of these and these are on wheels, a number of these kind of wooden barricades that are all over the place.
We got ourselves a fucking combat.
Well, hopefully we.
Oh my god.
These are all around the exterior that would have been kind of used at one point.
Now do you
I'll get
understand
to
the
those,
extent
but
of what I'm dealing with here?
another thing that you see as you approach is for sure a little ballista icon here.
Oh, cool.
This was the guy here, and there's a man sort of standing at that ballista there, looking down into the pit.
Wow.
Here we go.
So this is what you guys kind of see on the approach, and give me perception checks, everybody.
Oh.
Same fucking number.
Oh my
Don't worry, our rangers got
god!
Yay!
I hate myself.
6.
Natural 20.
10.
Natural 1.
23.
You guys are
Safira
kind
gets
of
glasses!
Graven kind of peers along, and you're
22.
getting a better view of the kind of area. You can't see down into the pit yet, but on the other side, now that you can see through some of the barricades, is a second ballista.
Oh, shit.
With another man stationed in it. That are both kind of pointing down into the pit. So you guys kind of moving up. So you guys are like out off the board a little bit
we
in
thought,
your
yeah.
kind of
And
approach.
sort of around the side, is it open, or can you sneak along kind of the side? Like,
Say that again.
so like
Around the side.
along,
Is this
like
traversable?
this edge here. Is this? Does this extend outward?
Yeah, it extends out. This is just the pit itself. So yeah, that extends
And
out.
Is
in all
there?
directions.
Is there? I assume there's no trees to mine, but are there like large rock outcroppings you can sneak around a little bit?
There's from where you're coming from. There's decent coverage. There's some trees. There's a lot of these barricades. There's some rocks here and there, but it's pretty open. The land flattens out pretty quickly.
Okay.
So a little bit, but you're pretty much out in the
It would be pretty
open.
hard to sneak to this guy.
You could go between barricades, but you'd be very close to the pit.
Okay.
That's the most cover that you can see. There's more barricades as well. I just have to put them all out at the moment. There's like barricades all
Oh, good.
along.
Okay, that.
Yeah.
For a second, I was like,
Oh, those go all the way around. I'm not going to set them all up because this is where we're going to end for the night.
Oh!
But go ahead and ask your question.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, where's the wagon?
It's like right here off the edge.
You
like
really
there,
want
like-
this
How do we win? It's a little bit.
yeah.
off
You
the
guys are
edge
coming
there.
from here, and it's like over here, just a little
Okay.
bit. Yeah, I'm just giving you a view of the pit itself, so you can't
Jeez.
quite see into the pit yet. But they brought a couple portable weapons here for their fight,
What is
and that's
the-
where we're gonna pick it up next
How
time.
long is it?
I better hit these guys with my dress.
Yeah, dude.
Safira needs better vision.
$85.99.
Safira's eyesight is seriously fucked. Every time she tries to look at
110
anything, she's like,
feet
oh.
long.
It's a mine. Yeah, it's a surface mine. Yeah.
We don't
It's
know this
110
yet, but
feet
it's,
across.
Yeah, it's-
Safira could
but
get
it's
across.
about 20
I think
feet down.
It's about 20
range?
feet deep. Yeah, in this particular.
Yeah,
What's the range on your
my
longbow?
rate, it is 120. I think that's actually
Yeah,
the
I
far
think
end
you
of my
literally have to be
range.
like-
I mean, we
literally
run up and kill the
far
first
end.
guy and use the ballista on the ballista across the way.
Well, no, well, true. Yeah,
That would destroy the other ballista.
I can.
Great.
I can shoot this guy.
We only need one.
We only need one.
No, you guys.
shooting.
No.
How many ballistas
brother.
one group?
Give me a history check, Safira.
Oh, a post-episode history check.
Oh gosh, I don't know what my history modifier is. I don't know if I have any. Okay, 11.
11. You can't recall all the specifics of how these weapons operate. You've seen them in use before in your time in the military. You're aware of you're more familiar with their larger counterparts, the ballista and the sort of catapult, these sort of smaller, more portable ones. You estimate that they probably have a range of about 100, 120 feet,
Okay.
is what you're sort of guessing.
Because she used the ballista at the graveyard. didn't she?
Yeah, that was a different kind of thing. That was only shooting little
That's
canisters.
so
These have
cool.
like bolts,
Yeah.
which are much heavier and larger. So he had a special kind of little rig that he had.
Well, I guess with my great perception, do we see him with like a stockpile of bolts?
There's definitely bolts next to the ballista.
Okay.
Yes.
He definitely I mean,
Yep.
And they're just like
Right.
regular bolts. They don't have like exclusive.
And
tips.
where
As far as you can tell, regular, but they're bigger than like
And-
a crossbow bolt.
Yeah,
They're-
yeah.
they're
Now, which side are we coming up on?
this side.
Here,
You're
this
coming
side?
from
Okay,
this way.
so-
Yep.
And he's 120 feet away over here, this guy.
Is that what you counted out?
Yeah, it's like 110.
5, 10, 15, 20,
On the
25, 30,
inside,
35,
yeah.
40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 105, 110, 115 feet. From
Okay, so
if you're literally standing
I
on
can
this
shoot
side.
at this guy. So if you guys both attack this guy, I can attack this guy, maybe get him down, and maybe have both of them down.
Whoa.
We
And
spent
I
like
will
2
also-
turns just getting to the
I
other
mean,
side of the
yeah.
The people who,
I have
some
to get
people
out
are
of
familiar with
first,
your
so-
poison and their history, I'll read that off so you're aware of it. You apply it to a weapon. Creatures subjected to this poison must make a DC 13 Constitution saving throw, or be poisoned for an hour. and if they fail it by 5 or more, they go unconscious.
Shit.
Okay.
So they have to roll an 8 or less to go immediately unconscious. Otherwise, they just get poisoned.
Okay.
Okay.
Poison's still pretty good.
Right.
What would Basilisk Venom do to you if you coated an arrow with it?
Basilisk.
We've collected a lot of weird shit.
No, I've had that since
We
like,
truly
I have a giant strength.
What if I dipped
Yeah,
an
sure.
arrow in potion of water breathing?
Just sometimes like
make them
okay,
drown in regular
Or
air.
becomes a snake.
That is not a injury poison. It's a consume poison. You have to consume it to feel the negative effects of it.
Fucking drink it.
You could, if he was unconscious, you could pour it in the mouth.
Pulls
But
mouth
yes,
open.
that is where we'll pick it up next
goodness.
Wow.
Goody goodness.
with a rare opportunity. Oh, you've had a couple to plan your fight in advance, so you've had a little bit of time to.
And still, cock it up.
Thank you guys so much for joining us as always. We had one more fight in the same night, sort of plowing through to
These
the
guys
other
are fine. They
side.
had a short rest. Except for you. How many? Oh, you got 2 back? That's not bad.
What?
2
Your spell slots.
Yeah. I'm
That's
doing
pretty
okay.
sweet. Yeah, you're fine.
We're doing fine.
Sepsis
We're
is
doing
good, too.
fine.
All
We're
right.
fine. We're doing fine.
Okay.
Thank you all so much. Everybody in chat was super duper lovely
Yeah,
tonight.
awesome.
So thank you.
Thanks
so
for
much.
stopping by, guys.
Yeah.
Please come back
Yeah.
next week where we'll pick it up here. We'll see if we can get someone off of Beezaura's case.
Yeah. Oh my
Is
god.
this on Reddit again this week, or?
Oh,
is
this
the map on
thing.
Reddit?
Maybe I'll do it. We haven't fought. Maybe I'll do it next time. This one's less exciting.
Exciting.
It's very exciting.
There were some new names in chat, which
Yeah.
I think they saw them talking about. Yes, there's lots of great stuff on YouTube and Instagram.
Yes.
Our wonderful producer
Check it
has
out.
made great recaps.
And
great
exclamation
points.
point homebrew for some of the. If you heard us talking about some of, you can hold up your
your
bow
turtle.
there.
Oh yes.
She has a
this is
special bow. He's got some
special
planty
homebrew
powers.
And my
It's okay. It's already packed away.
Yeah, it's okay. She has a
She has a full manila folder.
It's all the secrets.
But yeah, feel free to check it out so you know what they're kind of up to. We'll see if Safira puts her tortoise powers to use for the first time.
Oh my god.
Oh, I don't know if that's a good. I do not want to be in the pit as just a full turtle.
Can you make yourself hairy like an egg keg or something?
that,
Like,
no.
oh, come and get
Scary
me.
turtle.
I don't want to do that. Oh god.
You're
guys.
a large turtle. You're not like this.
I know. Just like suddenly becomes a tiny turtle.
Thank you guys so much. We'll see you
Hey,
next
have a
week.
good night.
Have a wonderful
Bye.
week. Have a good night.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh shit.
Oh my goodness.
you.